Yeah.
That was the first line of my stream, by the way. We've also got Sod Off.
We've also got shut off.
We all ready to play?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the world of Alterra, the shattered Altsphere.
The
Altered Chattersphere.
Thursday,
The
Friday.
altered
Yep.
Chattersphere, yeah.
Episode
Wait, I thought this was
7.
the unaltered Chattersphere.
Here be Swamp Raiders.
Oh, is it 7? I've put 6. Shit.
Last week, well, 2 weeks ago was 6.
Mm-hmm.
Escape from Death
So
Tower.
it would be
You're now on
8.
Episode 7.
Episode number. Enter in here, enter.
Whatever you're looking at on the YouTube video, mod, in the future.
Yes. Look, just below where we're talking about, and yeah.
The VODs won't help either because the Alterra one is missing some VODs.
They're not on
Where are
mine.
Jamie's?
Go watch.
Jamie's.
We're only missing the first one, and it's on Bane's channel.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it. They are labeled with the episode number.
That's fine. We can steal it from Jamie.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I'll worry about that in the future if we ever get views. It's really not a priority right now. If you're watching for the first time, why? Go watch the
Why?
videos.
No, if you're watching for the first time, just
Damn it,
remember, drop a sub, and then go watch the others.
The
Or
trackers.
even
Yeah.
just follow at least.
Or just enjoy the random chaos that you've just dropped into.
My God, if
So
you dropped it.
things happened in the last couple sessions. The players came to an alternative reality, lost their ship, it crashed somewhere, and for 7 episodes they've been trying to get to it.
Yep.
And we have an immortal goblin.
Yep, we have
And
an
they have an immortal goblin.
immortal goblin, a kleptomaniac elf, some centaur we found in a graveyard.
Losing our other companion to a bunch of eye beasties.
Yeah, after losing
Fire
the cleric after
companion,
like 2
an
episodes.
Aboleth friend.
A police,
A lot's happened.
a policeman who ended up in prison before the rest of us.
Yeah.
Ironically.
With also
So yeah, that's your recap for this episode. If you found that confusing, it'll set a good tone for the rest of the episode, no doubt. Let's do a quick voice check just so you're familiar with whose character's who. Wolfie, why don't you start us off?
Howdy! I am Wolfie Bane. I am on the streamer of one of the 2 channels you're possibly watching this on, and I'm the one playing Alvina Alnor, the kleptomaniac elf barbarian, who is actually just did diplomacy for possibly one of the first times ever, and it was successful. It was with ants as well, so it might have been why it was successful, but still.
It counts. It counts.
It totally
Dr. Zormir.
Well, I would say it's Bob first. Bob as Dr. Zarmir.
Look, I'm just reading off the names you guys have put on roll 20, so
It's
it's not my
Dr.
fault Wolfie hasn't put their character name.
It's Dr. Zormir playing as Bob. Clearly.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Bob. I'm playing Dr. Zormir, who's the artificer who keeps on ending up in jail, along with his nemesis. And also rolled before anyone else. Because I'm ready! Because I saw this danger coming!
Okay, it's fair. I love that.
So did I called it. Oh yeah, I have to get my character name up. Shit.
Fuck you.
So I'm Ben. I'm playing Fuck You! The immortal arsonist goblin.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're an arsonist.
Yeah, so Fuck You kind of speaks annoyingly.
Abruptly. Let's call it
Abruptly. He likes to sleep. He is immortal. I'm going to bring that up every single time.
Mhm.
In nearly every single encounter that we've had, Fuck You has taken barely any, if any, damage. The only person that's actually hurt Fuck You so far is Alvina.
It was to save at least my life.
A little PvP going on later.
You got Jack booted into a wall while falling like 2 miles.
Yeah.
It's actually quite impressive that you've only been damaged by your ally.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair.
Fuck You is a sneaky little goblin. He will hide after he does shit.
He got
Did you
employed
say
by the bad guy.
sneaky or sleepy?
Yes.
Both.
Yeah.
He got
Both.
he got
Because he's
employed.
both.
He got employed by the bad guy in the first episode.
Yeah, I got promoted, but as a giant ape by the bad guy. Oh no,
guess
but
that's
I
big
wasn't a
crap.
giant ape at that point. I would look like a vampire spawn.
Yeah, who turned into a giant
Literally
ape.
just
Yeah, and then you
Demo
In the
turned
same
into a giant
fight,
ape
you
and used it
changed
immunity.
into King Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the giant ape got you the promotion.
Yeah. After literally just walking into the BBEG's like lair, being unassaulted by anything.
Oh, Gwent.
Hello, I'm Gwent. I'm playing as TR, who's also playing as Gwent.
Yeah.
And I'm having power issues, but that is fine. That will be dealt with later.
That's a future problem.
Yes. That's a future Gwent problem.
I'm also very in character for Alvina at the moment because I'm eating.
Lou Grimm.
Hi, I'm Neil. I play Lou Grimm, warlock tiefling, who, unbeknown to the rest of the party, follows the elder god of control.
We just know
Yes,
you're into some weird cult shit.
Yes.
And at some point will become important when you need to level up and learn new stuff.
Yes.
Because Warlock Patron, for those who don't know, they'll give you the knowledge, but you gotta do some tasks if you want to get to the next knowledge level. It's like a pyramid scheme. Might have Lou recruit some people, start a cult.
I was going to speak to Steve about
Yeah.
what god to worship, but
It's also this Elder Control isn't, or the Elder Control of the Shattered Altsphere isn't the Elder Control that you know.
Yeah, isn't the Elder Control that...
the one I knew is less powerful than this one.
Yeah, it's not at all like a certain other person was in league with the other Elder Controller. Anyway, no, not in the slightest. No idea what you mean.
Yes, Jamie,
and,
we have no idea what you mean.
Last but not least, I am Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM for the day as we go on this wild adventure of chaos and madness, and we'll see what happens. I've just deleted or just closed out the Swamp Raider stat block. I need that.
Planning.
DM!
No, you don't.
DM, closing
It's
out the stat blocks.
It's okay. We'll murder them in 2 seconds. You won't need that stat block.
Yes, if we just keep fuck you away from them.
We'll see. So yes, you very knowingly were cautiously approaching the swamp on the way towards the crash site of your airship, and knowing from your previous encounter that swamp raiders are known to lurk in these knee-high swamp lakes of oil, it was prudent to be cautious as you came down this very suspiciously positioned area.
So,
And
not
as you've
high,
come in,
so, fuck you high then.
Yep. And as you've been making your way through here, I think it was a couple of the characters rolled high enough on their perception to notice a stirring in the oil as rising wildly and with hostility in their actions as they are charging and swinging their swords at you are these 8 swamp raiders. They do not look like they are willing to negotiate and sit down and talk about it.
Damn!
They seem very intent on murdering you for being in their territory. With that, everyone roll initiative. For those of you who can be surprised, you are not, because of the successful perception. You were warned by your allies in time,
Yeah.
and you were also on guard anyway, because
Obviously.
you've been in this world for the equivalent of
Okay.
just less than a day, and you've already lost one of your party members, been attacked multiple times, and nearly died to just everything.
To be fair,
Good times.
two of us woke up in this world almost dead. So,
Yeah. Gwen, it's definitely on point.
Gwent is prepared.
Then I naturally, I think I was the one. I probably turned around and went, "They're here," and you went and shot yourself.
He went,
Yeah.
I know!
Lots of horse droplets everywhere.
Little nervous, are we?
Right,
Yes.
Well,
Bob, do you have
Fuck you is
any
probably on the back of
music going on the stream?
Hmm?
We got some music on the stream,
It's on mine. There's my standard, like,
and if not, let's put some music up on some combat music up on the stream while I get something in my own background. As we're about to enter some combat.
mine isn't at all just a random Western music that I haven't been cooperating for. so I'm using it for a lot of things. Let's hope this goes considerably better than the combat I had on Tuesday in Savage Worlds. One player got one shot twice.
Fun.
Oh, damn.
Same dude.
Yeah.
That's some bad luck.
Was fuck you on the back of Gwent? Because
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were facing backwards.
Oh yeah, because it's like 3 foot deep
Yeah,
swamp muck,
and-
so he'd
Yeah.
die.
You had the flint thing in your hand and were playing with it.
yeah, I was stroking the shaft of my key.
Yes.
Now, who's got the highest intellect among the party?
Definitely Alvina, 100% without a shadow of a doubt.
I got
Um,
16.
I was gonna say it's most probably gonna be Zormir because
Almost certainly Zombie, yeah. Oh,
I've
for
got a
sure.
lovely 12.
How about
fair.
I've got a mighty 7.
I've got 11.
Nice.
DM reminder to Zormir that last time you faced these guys, they seem to be engorged and enlarged by fire damage. And while they may be oily swamp creatures, they seem to have a peculiar relationship with fire. It's probably prudent not to light them on fire this time.
They like fire. It fixes them, memory serves, doesn't it?
9 foot 16.
What was I doing? I was rearranging this. And if we're all ready to go,
Yep.
Yeah.
then Gwent, you are first up on the initiative order. These swamp creatures rise from their lagoon and charge at the party, swords swinging. What would you like to do?
Oh, fuck you. How close do you need to be to them to actually do a decent hit?
Uh,
I think,
worry
are
about
you
me.
distance? Okay, fair enough. Then I'm going to... I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality on myself. Yep, there we are. Did it come up in anywhere?
Nope.
Nope.
No, of course it did not. Okay, I will fix that in a second. Basically, I've got a 30-foot aura, and if you're in that and you need a bit of health, I can give you some as a bonus action. And I'm
Yep.
going to peg it just over here.
Yeah.
So I'm not standing with the rest of you.
That is fair.
I think.
Uh,
You can, jump or not jump. Gentleman's choice.
yeah, fuck you's probably gonna stay on.
We're in, it's over your head height what we're in.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if the oily swampiness is about 3 foot tall, fuck you's 3 foot tall. So he's just going as you like,
Tilt her head back and
Yeah.
draw breaths.
Oh,
As you run
God,
through.
that's a big
through-
radius.
yeah.
And
Jump
Gwent,
up.
as you move forward, you can actually start to hear the snoring slumbers of something to the north of you. And as you look into this cavern, you see what appears to be a massive, almost oily skinned hydra.
Okay,
That will
then I'm
hide
going
me.
to use the rest of my movement to peg it back the other way. No, 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 no.
Dibs.
I'm going to run next to Drax.
What's your animal handle then, Wolfie?
1.
Oh,
Okay,
you can
swamp
tame
critter
it, no
tending
bother.
to it. There we
It
are.
is a positive.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a big Hydra in the cave. Hydra in the cave.
Okay, I've actually just remembered. I know a gift for this. Give me a second.
And
Alright, Gwen.
that's me. Now I'm done here.
All right, that's your turn. Okay, Lou, it is your turn.
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna move up
Where would you like to go?
the one in front of me.
There's the gift.
Alright.
And no,
Right, so you're moving up to a swamp raider, and
I
what would
think
you
I
like to
think
do?
it's more this.
just in front of the one, yeah.
That's Gwen.
There you go.
That's Gwen.
That's Gwen, but the other one's Jamie.
Yeah, the other one's Alvina. Is there actually supposed to be a swamp raider in there with the Hydra, by the way, for curiosity?
Yes,
No,
there's
there
supposed to be
isn't.
10 of them.
I didn't hear what the answer was.
Yes, there is one Swamp Raider inside with it that is caretakering to it and appears to be, I guess, handling it while it sleeps.
Okay. That means they
I'm going to cast poison spray on that one in front of me.
All right, what am I making?
It's
Dex.
con save 16.
It does not have proficiency, so this will just be a con. Ooh, that's a 21 con. These guys are set to have advantage, but I'll just take always the left for convenience sake, so I don't have to switch between them.
That is very fair.
But unfortunately, nat 20, that Constitution save. This was a cantrip, right? He doesn't take any damage.
Yeah. No,
Is
just
there anything else you've got you'd like to do? Any bonus actions or anything? Sorry, if you don't, you can spend some time thinking about it.
Where's the man? They're 5 feet squares, yeah?
Yes.
Right.
Well, I think technically they're a little bit bigger than that because we were doing map view. But don't worry about that. For this sake, let's put them at 5 feet.
Oh, I'm going to Misty Step out of this area.
The purple's good, you know.
Nice. Cool, you do so. Dr. Zormir. It's your turn.
Bonus action, Guardian Field.
Armor up.
Temp. And right. Action. I'm gonna take aim at the one up here and fire it.
And it hits, and roll me for damage type.
3. That would be
I believe
Force?
psychic.
psychic.
Oh, I thought.
Psychic, as you completely reduce it to a quivering mass. As strange green ichor starts to spill from its ears and nose, or from its strange swamp creature face, as you've killed that guy.
Take aim at that one then.
Alright, go for it.
18.
18 hits. Similar. Oh, actually, roll for damage. Actually,
Psychic again.
Psychic again. Again, he falls to the ground in a quivering mass as green blood just spills from his orifices. Zormir, is that you?
Bonus action. Yep. I'll stand my ground next to Alvina.
These bugs are apparently
Alright.
really easy to traumatize.
Looks like Psychic's doing very well against them.
Ah, yes, I will aggressively think at them then.
Alvina, it is your turn.
Okay, well, we're gonna get angry. So,
Alright, go for it.
Rage. And she's going to turn that way and... Yeah. Doop, doop, doop. So she's in the middle of... Is that this one in... Which square is this one in?
There you
Okay. She will go for this one first.
go. This one first, okay.
And she's gonna reckless, because why not?
Yeah, fair. As you sweep down with your weapon.
I twin long swords.
Try to see the chat over these constant meme notifications. You sweep down and you bloody the Swamp Raider in a single attack.
Okay, second attack. Natural 20.
Whoa.
Very bad crit.
Nice.
As you just Oh, there was a large thump from upstairs.
Oh god.
Our neighbors are dead now. As you nat 20, you take the Swamp Raider down.
Okay, so enough. And she's going to use... Oh no, actually because she raged, she can't use her bonus action attack. So, yep. That's her. She's just grinning. Saying...
Fuck you, it is your turn. These Swamp Raiders appear to be much easier to handle now that the party is actually being able to rest from their junior encounter.
Don't say it like that. It makes it sound real weird.
So the crossbow ones are the ones that are dead, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Just because the party has a growing habit of using corpses as weapons.
Since when?
Since
Don't
session
be
0. Since session 0.
Yeah.
I'm not even
I
sure
think
how
you're
in
mistaking
session 0 there was no
campaigns.
combat.
They took inspiration from the class of Grognar.
So, standing up on the back of Gwent, fuck you's going to point. What's this radius of this? 10 foot. Yeah, so he's going to point in between these two, and
Okay.
swing out his flying V lute, and strum a power chord and cast Shatter.
Yeah. Down now.
What am I making? Con save?
Yeah. So casting Shatter. For 9, they need to make a DC 16 con save.
Another nat
God
20.
damn
con
it,
save.
again!
Alright, he's got one more. Oh, did that.
Another nat 20. Nearly!
Ooh, close.
Fucking
This guy's
go.
have a +1 con.
Doesn't matter to them.
So yeah, so they would take 4 thunder each then.
4 thunder each. They take it.
Bonus actions. What can I do? What can I do? It's been a while. Been a while. I'm as a bonus action. I'm going to give Zormir a bardic inspiration, so you've got an extra D8 for your attacks or saves.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's me.
Alright, as we move on to the Swamp Raiders' turn, they all start frantically. They were charging at you, but as their numbers start dwindling down rapidly, they all look back, look at the party, and all make a strategic retreat. As the two over here that were shattered are going to use their oil gliding movement, which doubles their movement to 60, to sweep back into a more defensible formation. 10, 20. Ooh, it's going to have to go past Zormir, but they've got the movement, so they are going to disengage moving past Zormir since they've not used their action. And they are going to glide, sweep under you, and move back into their territory. Similar for the other one, he's going to use his disengage, sweep under Zormir, and move back.
Zarmir just looking at them like, that's not far enough.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. This guy, seeing one dead behind him. Who is he in contact with? He's going to disengage as well. Let's move these guys back. And this one by Alvina is going to attempt to take an attack at you.
Okay.
She's seeing that you've kind of overreached yourself, and she has advantage attacking you just because you're lopsided. She thinks she can take a hit.
Mhm.
So let's have a look here. They're going to use their short sword coming in with a 21 to hit Alvina.
Yes, that does it.
That's for 4 slashing damage, and you find yourself splashed with oil from the sword as it sweeps across at you.
Okay.
He comes in with a second attack
Okay,
with his other short sword for a 16 to hit.
Powers it with my sword. Got 17
Nice.
armor.
And then, unbeknownst to him, he is going to make a very bad decision, and he is going to start running back with his allies, provoking an opportunity attack from you.
Yep. Attack with the angry sword. 14's not great.
A 14 still manages to
Okay.
just hit.
Yay. For 16 damage.
16. You bloody him in the back, but he stumbles forward and is able to continue on gliding. Lou, you do get attack of opportunity if you have anything you'd like to do.
Punch him.
Uh,
Hit him with a book.
And this one's going to use the opportunity to move away from Alvina since they've already attacked. To be fair, unless you have a melee weapon in hand or Warcaster, it's probably not worth using your reaction for this.
You can lamp him if you really want to, but...
You really want to.
I am carrying a quarterstaff, but that would take a bit of time, would it not?
If you've got it on your person, you could, but
Oh yeah, I've got it on me.
Because you're a caster, right? I imagine you've got like one hand on it or something. You can bring it up and sweep and hit him if you want.
Would magic missiles be fire damage?
No, magic missiles are force. Do you have Warcaster?
No, but I have a wand of magic missiles.
I don't think you can
Unfortunately,
use...
this would have to be a weapon attack, unless you had a feat or an ability that allowed you to cast. a spell.
All right, I'll swing at him with my quarterstaff.
Applied bog to the target. Get him.
And this would be this one.
Yes!
Yes!
Kaboom! Please say you were using
As
it
you
one
take
hand.
control of this situation, and let's see how much.
I got this, guys.
Given that you weren't holding it properly, I'm going to say this is one-handed, just
Yeah.
because you were kind of grabbing it from your hip and swinging it, or grabbing it from over your shoulder, bringing it down, however you hold your quarterstaff. But to be fair, that's better for you,
Yeah.
as with its 6 health left, it doesn't even get the full distance it was trying to go as you clobber it over the head, and he falls down. And this remaining Swamp Raider that was running away turns to see you just knock out his ally. And you know what? He's going to take offense at that. He's going to try and attack you in the back.
Ooh, dirty little bastard.
You won't have any mechanical benefits as you turn and sense his presence behind you. But he's still going to try and hit you for a modified 20 to hit.
Hits.
As you take 7 slashing damage, and he's going to come in for a second attack as you attempt to dodge out of the way. But he critically misses. You're able to use your quarterstaff
Serves him
now,
right.
rotating around you to kind of block him off as he is going to continue over past his unconscious, potentially dead ally. And he's going to move in, and you hear in this strange gargled language the Swamp Raiders communicating with each other. As this Swamp Raider sensing the hostility, and these guys are actually going to go into the second alcove as well for no particular reason. Actually move these guys back. They have a bit more movement. Let's get them just beyond these alcoves. Yeah.
It's fine. Gwent said they've got a Hydra, so I'm going to try and feed it.
They are going to wake the Hydras.
You definitely said hydras, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
plural.
I mean,
But I'm
What
hoping
you
it's
mean?
just
I don't know
the
what
amount
you're
of
talking
hits.
about.
I was going to say, if there's any monster that you can consider a plural for one individual, it's a Hydra. Let's be honest.
That's the assumption I was going with, and also the hope.
It's fine. I
Rather
just
than
get...
there being multiple
It
ones.
just means I get 2 Hydras.
It's all right. It can't fit through that passage. Look at the door. It's much bigger.
These guys are going to move back in.
It tucks all
Hydra
its
moving
heads in.
Squeeze!
Take a deep breath.
All the Swamp Raiders. All right, as we move to your support round, and you have with your one NPC ally, you get to use Drax's support ability, Intellectual Critique. He can choose one character to give a D10 bonus to for attacks or ability checks. Who would you like to give it to?
You've already got the Bardic Inspiration. So.
I'll say throw it at Alvina because she's definitely going to try and attack the Hydra.
Yeah.
As Drax
I mean-
hovers over the battlefield, giving you some strategic help. Alvina, you hear his thoughts whispering into your head, guiding your hand and helping you out with anything that you're attempting to accomplish. You get a D10 Bardic Inspiration for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
All right, but that's Drax. giving his little control help. Gwent, it is back to you. As you can hear the sound of hydras rousing from sleep. Oh, I actually need to add them to the initiative order.
Oh. Okay.
I'll take a minor heal if you don't end up using your bonus action.
No, absolutely. So, just to double check, Guiding Bolt says a flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range, not one I can see. Since I've seen the Hydra, I'm going to Guiding Bolt it.
Can you do that?
Well, it
no,
says
not because of the spell, but because of how cover mechanics and base spell casting work.
It's like it's a ranged attack, that particular one.
So, because of the way spell casting works as a mechanic in general, this is all spells adhere to the base mechanics and then have their spell mechanics on top. Spells require you to have a unobstructive path when targeting them, unless the spell states otherwise that you don't need this. So, because there is full cover between you and the Hydra, i.e., the wall, you are unable to target them or attack them with spells.
Well, in that case, I am
Spell
going
sniper?
to...
Your
I'm
sniper's
going to
Would not ignore the full cover.
cast and hold the spell, run forward until I can see it, shoot it, run back. I have
Interesting.
enough movement to do it.
The full cover mechanic doesn't require it to be obscuring. It just requires that it is a physical barrier. So walls of force also prevent spell casting through them unless you are targeting yourself. This is why teleportation allows you to teleport through walls of force, but you can't cast spells through walls of force. At least not targeting people on the other side.
Yeah.
There you go. There's mechanics lessons with Chris.
Same with motion walls.
Sorry, what was that, Gwen?
So I'm just running forward to here, shooting off a guiding bolt, legging it back.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Go for it. That
Okay,
perfectly
yes.
works. I double check a Hydra stat box. I didn't fully get this integrated into roll 20 yet.
Not 24 AC.
Definitely does.
Right, so it's all glittery for the next person, and then I will... Oh, where was it? I will throw some healing towards Dr. Zormir, which will be 6 plus 5, so 11.
It's fine. Use it on the next person. Because I didn't have much off. I was just...
Well,
Yeah, I'm like 12 down, so it's not much either. We mostly are healed.
well, I might as well use it now.
Yeah.
Because that's the bonus action, so
Yeah,
you can take this one. Whoever gets hit, nobody got hit,
I did.
really.
I mean, I got
got
I got scratched for 2 damage.
You ran out of my aura, Lou. You got no.
Yeah, that's on you.
That's your own fault.
He teleported out of your aura. I think it's even more insulting.
Yeah, it's very rude. Like, here I am, just a centaur with a goblin riding my back, trying to do stuff. Yep, that's me done.
All my wounds are healed. Pick your next target for next bonus action.
Yep.
Alright, and that was Gwen. Zormir, it is your turn. Luckily for you guys, oh, it's not Swamp Ray, that should be the Hydra.
Well,
Hydra has a 4 initiative.
To be honest, Hydra's not known for their immense speed when it comes to...
well, I'm basically going to pick off the 4 that are still standing there because I don't want them to run off and get more backup. So, first shot, the first one. Ooh, that might not hit.
13 is exactly their AC.
Hey!
Alright, we're sticking with the same kind of damage type.
Alright, and it takes them down again as another one quivers to the ground.
Trauma.
6 shot.
A 21 hits as another one quivers to the ground.
Isn't that Radiant?
I think that's Radiant or Necrotic. I can't remember which one.
Radiant, necrotic's
Yeah.
one.
Is it one?
So long as it's not fire acid, you're good.
Yeah, it's necrotic. Not radiant. Necrotic, radiant, psychic, force.
Yeah.
It's a weird mechanic of my gun now until I fiddle with some crystals.
That's fair. And that is your turn.
Yep.
Lou, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move over slightly and fire an Eldritch Blast at him.
Straight into the Swamp Raider.
The
on top of
Hydra.
Hydra or the Hydra?
Oh,
There's
the Hydra.
Two Swamp Raiders have gone on the back of the Hydras and are actually waking the
I
Hydras
didn't see
up
them
and-
hiding up there.
I know my
Yeah,
turn's
I
gonna
wanted
be.
to remind you. But you're just still attacking the Hydra?
Yes.
Alright, go for it. Roll attack.
I think I hear chuckling. Does Bob have an idea of what I'm about to do?
Unfortunately, a
Jesus.
10 just
No.
misses as the Hydra's hide is a little bit too thick.
And we're laughing at this is the greatest. It's gonna be the worst wake up call. And the Swamp Raiders like, come on, wake up, wake up.
Wait,
Bang, bang.
Lou, you should have had advantage at that.
Oh, you do,
Oh,
because of the
Guiding bolt.
Hydra was attacked by Guiding Bolt. So go ahead and roll again for your first attack.
Come on, 20.
Here's open. 16.
16 does hit,
Yeah.
Hey.
and it takes 9 force damage.
Bonk.
I don't think the Hydra has any. What's the Hydra? Oh, okay, it has immunity to acid. They don't care about that.
Oh, neat. The Hydras
No,
used to have a lot of immunities and things. They don't anymore. In normal, at least.
As this is, well, actually, I'll rename it after it does its turn. Takes 9 force damage.
Oh,
And you have a second Eldritch Blast because you are above level 5. So go ahead and roll me another attack. This one will just be a flat roll. But a 25 hits, and you deal another 12 force
12.
damage. As this Hydra is waking up, it only appears to have the one head so far. As it is rousing from its sleep as bang, bang, smack in the face, 2 Eldritch Blasts. Is that your turn, Lou? To rouse a very grumpy Hydra? And would you like to move at all?
I'm gonna move back a bit.
That's fair, that's fair. Alvina, Lou, go ahead and move yourself wherever you need to. Alvina, it is your turn.
okay. So I did the calculation. This isn't difficult terrain or anything, right?
It is not, no. It only gives... It is no longer difficult terrain. I'm pretty sure it was
I don't
supposed
know
to
what
be.
you're
We're
gonna
ignoring
do.
that now.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. So basically, I've measured it. I can barely get at the guy on its back. So Alvina's going to full-on run up here and try to jump and attack the guy on its back and land on the Hydra's back.
All right. First things first then. Give me a... Oh,
Ah!
Deleted hide.
I win! Alvina is she's eaten the Hydra.
She would as well.
too bad. There we go.
Little
I
chewy.
wanted Alvina to be in front of it. Go ahead and give me a acrobatics check as you are attempting to swing yourself up onto the Hydra.
Okay, can I use the help die potentially on this?
It is an ability check, so yes. As
If I get
Drax
bad.
informs you and critiques showing your technique, telling you, no, move your leg a little bit to the left.
Never
Actually
mind.
step on the Hydra's... Oh yeah, fair, you don't need that. As you swing yourself up onto the Hydra, this gives you a clear attack line onto the Swamp Raider on top of it. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
Okay. Attack of the one. Obviously reckless. 27.
27 hits as this guy is not being damaged yet. You go ahead and bloody into this Swamp Raider, getting a massive gash across it. Actually, is that gash? What are you using? A longsword?
Yeah, dog swords.
And with your second attack, you... How would you like to kill the Swamp Raider?
Literally, I want to cut both his arms off, like, and just
And then
kick
you're
him off.
Kicking off. Oh, there you go.
Just dismember him.
Yeah.
All right, Alvina,
I'd
would you like to do
like to
anything
hear-
else?
Yeah, I've still got me bone.
I'd like to think you just said mine.
Mine! Mine! Boom! She just drop kick. She literally just jumps up, slices both his arms up, and drop kicks him in the same movement. Can I use my
As it
bonus
should be
action?
done.
Are there any reins to this Hydra or anything?
There are not. It looks like the Swamp Raiders were riding it bareback.
If you had a rope, you could maybe use that. But
Oh,
I know
I mean,
you don't.
it is a huge creature. There's quite a broad back. You can, with some decent balance, which you definitely have.
yeah.
You're able to maintain yourself on top of it.
Ropes are in short supply for us right now.
I wonder what she's. Oh, she's got something. I could use that. I think. Can I use one of the silver chains to try and like loop it around its neck to act as kind of reins? As a bonus
Yeah.
action. That's what she's gonna do.
Had it on your person. It wasn't in a bag of holding or anything.
No,
You
it's
just
it's the silver chains that we had Drax bound up in.
yeah, object interaction. I'll let you kind of just pull that out, whip it around. That's fair.
Yep. And that's basically what she's gonna do. She's gonna try and rodeo this Hydra.
Fuck you then. It's your turn.
Oh my god.
Look, this has killed one of my characters in the previous campaign, I wish to point out. Not for a Hydra, but it has happened before.
Fair enough.
But yes, fuck you. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so fucking you still on the back of Gwent. Can't see the Hydra. Alvina's just running into a corridor somewhere.
You hear a bellow. Mine!
Yep. Just seeing the range of the spells. Not too far away.
70 feet.
Mm-hmm. Literally none of my spells can reach.
Tell Gwent to move.
Mush!
He moves, he drowns.
Into battle, horsey.
Mush!
Oh, I do have one spell I could do.
Or jump up and fire a spell.
It's range, the thing is his problem now.
Yeah, he's quite a ways away.
Yeah, that's why he jumps up, so he gets the forward momentum.
Yeah, and then he
Fires
goes-
mid-air.
he jumps forward and then splats into the oil and drowns. unless he can get enough momentum off the back to jump to me.
He drowns and then gets
Yeah.
trampled by the Hydra as Alvina rides it out.
Hey, that would be funny. Go for it. Try and jump to me.
Well, yeah, so fuck you jumps off Gwent's back, and in the air, fuck you turns into a giant ape after he polymorphs.
Ape
That
mode!
works too.
King Kong versus King Ghidorah, let's go!
Yep. So, fuck you has just turned into a huge giant ape. And starts
Gwen
moving.
Now
Yeah.
Gwen can get the ride. Now Gwen can get the ride.
If only I could climb.
Well, I could pick you up and throw you.
You got a big stick to throw.
Wouldn't be the first time that I've thrown a creature.
This time you throw an ally, though.
At least they aren't a corpse this time.
Last time it was Junior.
Yeah,
They're technically dead.
that was technically still a price!
Yeah.
They're a vampire. They technically count as a corpse.
Hey, you got a corpse right here. Right beside you.
You do, actually.
Grab that corpse and lob it at these two.
Would that use its rock throw attack? Because that is actually a
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah.
that. I'm fine with the flavor.
Yep. So picks up the corpse next to me. And
You're in
lobs
a junkyard scrap heap. There's not a lack of loose material to throw.
Bang!
It's literally a destroyed stone ship. All the
Yeah.
walls are made of crumbling stone.
So,
Better
yeah,
not be our airship.
No, that's
Congratulations,
vastly
guys.
bigger.
You found your airship.
The rock throw is an attack. 21, yeah, hits. Instantly crushes one of the Plum Raiders. He dead.
And then
2 for 2. 2 for 2 with lethal bodies, guys.
Yep, and then fuck you beats his chest and starts moving forward.
Wee!
I'd like to think he went and shouted, "Fuck you" first, and then threw the corpse. Like, fuck you!
He shouts it, but he speaks in ape, doesn't he? So it's like, ook, ook, bang!
Is that your turn, Fukyu?
Yep.
All right. It is the Swamp Raider's turn.
It's like,
As far as the other Swamp Raider on the Hydra is concerned, his ally is fully alive and in control. As far as this one guy seeing everyone dead about him is a. You know what? One second. Let's.
Break check.
Oh well. He's not wise. He still thinks he has a chance. Okay.
I admire this one's balls.
he does.
Respect.
It's just not
He is
very
going to
high.
be enraged. And he is going to start gliding towards you with his extra movement. 10, 20, 30.
This
He's gonna
is,
try and take on an ape. Okay, let's
this
go.
is the charge of the light. This is the charge of the light brigade. I wish to point out.
He is going to glide across the oil and he is going to swipe at your legs. I believe this is just a normal attack. Nothing gives him advantage or anything.
Does he
I
see?
think you killed his brother.
For an
With his-
18 to hit the giant gorilla.
He killed his brother with his other brother.
Now you must pay. Does an 18 hit the giant ape?
18 doesn't hit the giant ape.
I think it does.
I
I don't.
believe so, yeah.
I don't think there's any beast that has
Uh,
18 AC.
Yeah, it's only got an AC of 12.
Then 8 slashing damage, and your fur is slightly splashed with oil, given your massive size. I think it's kind of unimportant, but
You can style it better now.
this was
It's
polymorph.
like gel.
So I'm going to need a concentration check, DC 10.
With your giant
That's
ape
off the-
con.
Yeah, I mean, giant ape con's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see if you get unlucky.
No,
Yep,
no, no, no.
easily
Ooh,
enough.
no.
He comes in with a second attack for a 22 to hit the giant ape
Yep.
for 8 more slashing damage and another concentration check.
Another 8.
There's this poor soul. He's
Con.
definitely dead next round.
Ook.
Ooh.
Ook, motherfucker.
The Swamp Raider inside the Hydra is going to try and usher him forward. And unbeknownst to the party, until he pops his head out, the giant Hydra is going to climb onto the wall and almost with sticky gecko-like feet is going to turn sideways and crawl around it horizontally to the floor.
I am so happy.
As he crawls out of his hole and comes out back onto the oily ground. He appears to have webbed feet and is actually standing on the oil, not in it.
It's a boga lizard. It's a boga lizard from Star Wars.
No, it's
As
Jesus. He just got turned into Hydra.
He's a Jesus lizard. The water dragon. Chinese water dragon.
that is going to be the Swamp Raider's turn to kind of usher him forward. And I'll do the Hydra's actual proper move since he's coming up next anyway. It is the support round again as Draxus continue to hover around giving battle support. Would anyone like a D10 support die?
Give it to fuck you.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet.
Yeah.
Alright. You see, concentration check is save, isn't it? So unfortunately it wouldn't be for that, but anything else is fine. That is then to Lou. It is then Hydra's actual turn, and we'll do the Hydra outside first, who has been pushed forward to move, and it is going to. What is its best play here? Go up the walls and around to get a nice angle on people. Yeah. As it kind of spans this web here. And he is going to kind of climb halfway up the wall there. Still within reach or anything. He's just kind of diagonally onto the wall. Almost like he's a car kind of going up on its side down the alleyway. And he is going to swing his massively long reptilian neck and stare down at an angle to the giant ape and the rest of the party and open his mouth dislocating his jaw as you can start to see his stomach swelling as he is going to breathe out a spray of acid onto all of you. And let me just double check his radius here. A 30-foot. Oh, this is actually a line. Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, acids are usually lines.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Probably
fire and cold are usually the cones.
Guns, yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, since it's not a code, it won't be able to get Gwent. But I can get Fukyu, Lu, and Zermir, so I'll take it.
God damn it.
Sorry, you're just under the ape. I'll give you advantage.
Yeah, I
because the
thought it
ape's
was
giving you cover.
far enough over.
It's barely wide enough, I guess.
No, technically, it should be on the other side if that's the angle we're going. So he's going to come up on this side, just over his Swamp Raider ally, and shoot diagonally from Fukyu to Zormir.
Would that also include his ally as well?
No, he's deliberately craning his neck overwards, which is why I had to move him there.
Oh, you forgot.
They have fought together, so they know enough battle combo combat.
You forgot to move his rider.
Get over there.
I was like, oh,
I need
No,
a
he just fell off.
dexterity saving throw from Fukyu, Zormir, and Lu, you can have advantage because you're under a giant ape cover.
What did you say? What save him?
Dex.
A dexterity saving throw.
Well,
Oh, good
goodbye,
God.
Lou. Goodbye, Lou.
17.
As unfortunate that you attempt to get out, but Fukyu moves in such a way that it splashes down onto you.
Just
And only
sit-
Zormir is able to get out of the way in time, still taking a little bit of exertion.
Oh wait, I've got that
Yeah,
D10, don't I?
Not for
This is
saving
a
throws.
save, unfortunately.
No,
This is only for attacks and ability checks.
Ah,
he ain't a
He's
con.
giving
He, is,
you,
Although, let's see.
he isn't a Valor Bard, unfortunately.
Yep. So let's have a look. It's a DC 14 dexterity save, which two of you failed. And you take 11.
Is that an ability check, did you say?
No, it's a saving throw.
Saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw for 55.
Could I use
acid
Entropic
damage.
Ward?
It depends. Does it apply to saving throws?
It says once per short rest, when a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll.
it's
If it
not
misses
attack
you.
roll.
It's a saving
Make an
throw.
attack roll. Yeah, there's two categories of attacks. There is attacks, as the game recognizes attacks, the cold word, which is a attack roll and requires them to roll a D10, D20 to hit. And then there are effects, which are saving throws.
Yeah, okay.
So it's either so technically this isn't an attack; it is a dangerous effect. He is dangerous. He's spraying
That's
acid.
what
on you.
attacks are. To hit you, they're dangerous.
No, attacks.
All attacks are dangerous effects. Not all
His-
dangerous effects are attacks.
Here's what. Attacks are very personalised. They come directly for you. Effects are to whom it may concern.
Stupid may concern.
It
But those who
didn't
made the save,
concern me.
those who made the save take half damage. So Zormir, you're taking half for 27 acid damage, and the rest are taking 55.
And my giant ape form drops because I can't make the save.
55 damage.
Yep.
You need a
55
20.
acid damage.
You need to roll a
Uh,
28. And you just-
I'm down if I'm taking 55 damage off that.
You are, because you failed the save.
But Gwent can get you right back up.
yeah, you'll be fine.
Unfortunately, as the acid sprays across you, aren't able to get out of the way as it knocks you unconscious as you fall to the ground. What's the unconscious symbol I want? Let's have a look here.
Yeah, what cool ones are there?
What's a good one? You're on timeout for now until you
Time.
You're on timeout. Your clocks have been punched. But that is the first Hydra's turn. The other Hydra, without its Swamp Raider to guide it on, is going to be very confused. Kind of twist its neck back to see Alvina. And let's see how
Chain
hostile
trap
is
round
the
it.
Hydra?
It's just woken up.
Unfortunately, that is a poor result towards the party. So the Hydra is going to recognize that you are not a Swamp Raider. And it is going to attempt to bite you. Now, luckily, it's only got the one head. These are infant Hydras.
Oh.
As it's going to try and hit you for an 11 to bite.
I'm just gonna grab it by the throat and no!
Did you go reckless last turn? I believe you did.
I did. You would get advantage, yes.
Alright, so let's give it another chance to hit you there. A 25 to hit.
That does hit, yeah. Crunch.
As you take 10 piercing damage as it bites into your flesh.
Ow, I take 5.
Nice.
Just, ow! Bad Hydra! I'm gonna headlock it. To no
That
actual
is
effect at the moment, but...
Hydra's turn. He's also looking for flavor. Gonna try and rock you off him, moving his body back and forth. Trying to broncle you off.
Yeah.
But Gwen, it is your turn. Lou is unconscious, having taken a face full of acid.
Damn.
First thing first. No, he's not. So that's a 16 hit points to Lou.
And then you're back up.
You're back up, and I'm going to Sacred Flame.
Oh, is the Aura of Vitality hit points or temporary hit points?
Hit points.
Hit points. Actual hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's a concentration healing spell, so they tend to be real
Yeah.
good, but real easy to break.
Did you get hit by the acid?
No,
I did not.
Gwent was the only one that wasn't getting targeted.
because acid kind of
I'm
went off and
Too
that,
far away.
Fair enough.
sort of the
They're not-
direction of Zormir, basically.
Right.
Sort of
And one or the other, they took the closest.
Sacred Flame on the rider is what I'm going to try and do.
Okay, go for it. Am I making a dex or anything?
And,
Yes, I am.
yep, deck 16.
A 16, unfortunately.
That's okay.
He just managed to save, and Sacred Flame the cantrip, so he doesn't take any damage. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Fair enough. And then
Swamp Raiders have been getting really good saves.
I will move out of the line. Yeah,
And I need
I'll
to
move,
do a
I'll move to there,
D6
so it's
recharge
really
at the end of the Hydra's turn.
still in.
The Hydra does not have his Swamp Breath lack.
Okay, on me. I'm done.
For they are actually acid Swamp
Up
Hydras.
Da, 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 da.
That is Gwen's turn. Zormir, it is your turn.
Uh,
I was
Oh.
terrified that they'd be pyrohydras, by the way.
looking
I
at
would
the
have
right-
preferred that.
I wouldn't. Pyrohydras would have
Mhm.
killed all of us because it sets the oil on fire, remember?
Yeah.
I have fire resistance.
You're not that
Yeah, that's what's
fireproof.
fun.
You're not that fireproof as
Yeah,
well.
I know, but I would have taken less damage than the acid.
Yeah, but it hit
That's
twice, though.
Looking at
Okay.
the rider and smiling, knowing how much bad this gun's been doing at them, I'm just gonna aim at him.
Yeah, fair, go for it. Do you ignore any cover? I'm gonna give him. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I knew it. I fucking knew
You
it.
shoot Slew, or fuck you, actually, you might.
In the back of the head.
Okay, I've got bardic inspiration.
I don't think that's gonna help.
It doesn't help on a nat one. Nat
Right.
one's just not a fail.
Unfortunately, so a nat 1 doesn't care what your modifiers are.
Okay.
And you know,
It is a
40
automatic failure.
damage.
Just like a nat 20, automatically hit regardless of their AC.
Yeah.
Zormir, I believe, a second attack, though. And
That's
the 23 does hit, even with the partial cover from the Hydra. It does not matter, it's that much above his AC. As force damage blasts him off the Hydra into the oil where he falls dead. The Swamp Hydra now no longer giving directions from the Swamp Raider will not be as effective. Zormir, is that your turn? Would you like to do anything else?
Wait, let's see. How far is that away? I'm gonna run towards the Swamp Raider, sort of spinning my gun onto my back, but as an object interaction.
Okay.
But obviously I can't bring up my shields, because that would be a...
You can next turn, though. That's fantastic. Okay, then. Zormir, if that's your turn. Lou, it is your turn. You have just been blasted with acid, knocked unconscious, brought back to this harsh reality, and are now just slumped lying in 3 feet of oil. What would you like to do?
Take a healing potion.
That's fair. All right, that will be your action to consume.
Say stand up too.
And assumingly you'd like to stand up, but I don't know, you might want to go scuba diving in the oil and try to hide. But I believe that is you, as warlocks are not known for their bonus actions.
Okay.
And don't forget you'll get a modifier +2 if that's a healing
Both
potion.
nuts.
I mean, warlocks are known for one bonus action. Hex. It's literally it.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Ah, you got Misty Step.
Occasionally. It's usually Hex, though, let's be honest.
But yeah, I have to agree.
Alright, is that your turn, Lou?
Uh,
You might also just want to like move back towards the,
I'm just trying
into
to.
this alcove.
You just get into cover, so if the Hydra decides it wants to eat you, it's not going to.
But you can move yourself whenever you want there. Alvina, it is your turn.
Okay,
Remember you're
Uh,
15.
Here we go.
Alvina's gonna try and rodeo the Hydra properly.
Where did you move yourself?
Okay, the Hydra.
Nowhere yet.
Not a language.
And remember, you've only got 15 feet because of standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get yourself just a little bit in towards like the edge of the purple here with 15. So let's go. I guess this is an animal handling check.
I guess. Do I get any bonuses for actually having like reins to try and use for it?
I'll give you since you're essentially trying to rein it in, I'll give you advantage on a strength animal handling.
Okay, so that'd be basically on athletics. That'd basically be an Oh, actually, no, it's not an athletics. It's a strength check for me.
You don't have any proficiency in animal handling.
Yeah.
Advantage on a strength check. Hilariously, you'd also have advantage because you're raging, but you only get one set of advantage.
23!
Double advantage.
As you, with all of your force, bring this Hydra to heel, as it seems to recognize the sheer strength of your dominance over it, as it begins to calm and almost kind of slinks down a little bit submissively, waiting for your instructions.
Good girl. And she's gonna point at this Swamp Raider. When I can actually click it. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Only remaining Swamp Raider.
And go on, girl. Eat him.
Alright, let's have a look here. You'll be able to get it to move forward. But I'll give it a save on the start of its turn to actually do that.
Yeah.
Just because it has been trained by the Swamp Raiders.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, you have dominated this Swamp Hydra. That would most likely be an action to actually take control of it. Would you like to do anything else with an object or a bonus?
I'm gonna just more securely, like, wrap the chain so I'm hard to knock off, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Book you, it is your turn. You have just been sprayed of acid, and there is one Swamp Raider looking pretty smug with himself as he faces you down.
Boom, 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 boom.
There is also a giant Hydra kind of covering above him, looking down at you. So he seems to think the Hydra gives him a bit of superiority.
Decisions.
What would you like to do?
So in this case, Fuck You is gonna draw his rapier,
Alright.
sort of tilt his head and go, "You're in a bad place," and like try to jab it into his neck.
Alright, go for it. Roll an attack.
So that is a 21 to hit,
And it hits. Roll for damage.
and that is 10 piercing.
Alright, that bloodies him.
Okay,
And is there
Then-
anything else?
I am going to bonus action disengage and run away.
And leave.
Fair.
Swim!
That sounds like a solid plan.
Swim for your life!
Yep. So I've not got a swimming speed, so it'd only be half. So it'd be to there.
Hey, if it takes you far enough away, that's fine.
Yeah.
It is then the Swamp Raider's turn. Swamp Raider, does he recognize... What's his passive? No, the other Swamp Raider has been kicked off. He has a 13. That's not bad. He has recognized that the Swamp Hydra is no longer kind of being directed, so he is... Let's see... Yeah, let's take a slash at
He
Zormir
awkwardly
next
climbs
to him.
on.
And then he's going to climb onto the Swamp Hydra.
It's up on the wall.
So first, he is going to sweep at Zormir for a modified 20 to hit.
That hits.
For 7 slashing damage and a splash of oil. And then he's going to come in for his second attack for an 18 to hit.
That hits now because I've not got my shield.
And 3 more slashing damage. However, he's also going to provoke a opportunity attack as he runs away from you after hitting you.
Punch him.
I'm gonna punch him with.
As he attempts to kind of spin around, showing his back to you as he goes to jump and climb onto the Hydra.
He's gonna get the gauntlets in the back.
Clint.
Ooh, there you go.
Ooh. Now, is that just 5 thunder damage?
Yep.
But he's got disadvantage attacking anyone that's not him, I think. as
Anyone
well.
but me. He attacks.
What?
It won't be him attacking.
Yeah.
He is just up then, with 3 hit points left, as he is able to clumber up onto this Hydra.
Clumber.
But that will be his turn for now. The Swamp Hydra isn't sure what to do. He hasn't got any tactical, so he's going to default to just attacking whatever looks tasty next to him, which is going to be Zormir.
Didn't Drax have a thing?
Oh, yes, support round. Who would you like Drax to give his bonus to?
Who hasn't got it yet? Zomir? Do you have it?
I've still got one off
Aye,
you. Anyway, I've still got the
Bardic.
Bardic one.
Alvina's not. I'm not gonna lie. Alvina's saving it for a animal handling check. One.
I'll give it to Lou personally. I don't think I actually have cause to use it.
That's fair.
Alright, the Hydra is going to come in and try and bite Zormir for a 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Hydra has not been doing too great. And it is in the Swamp Hydra's turn. With the other Swamp Hydra, as it's going to move forward, being directed by Alvina still towards the other Swamp Raider. And let's go ahead for this will be a contest now because the Hydra doesn't want to. So this will be a Charisma from it and a Strength Animal Handling from Alvina.
Okay.
And I'm going to give... it's very resistant. I want this to be a little bit harder. So I'm going to give Alvina a disadvantage because you're trying to get him to do something he really doesn't want to do.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not cancelled out by the reins.
No, but because it would be a Strength Animal Handling, hilariously, it is cancelled out by your Rage.
Yeah. Fair. Normal roll. 13.
And, he will be contested. So you'll get to see what he rolls first before deciding.
Yeah.
Because the Hydra's charisma is not high.
My Hydra!
This Hydra has no will of its own.
You ain't kidding.
This Hydra just... It has no loyalty. What is loyalty?
Also, to be fair,
It is...
we saw what Alvina did to Junior in the previous session. She's bossy, apparently.
It is going to bite at the Swamp Raider. However, it is actually quite difficult to reach at the Swamp Raider as it misses its bite attack, just clumbering around the other Swamp Hydra's body. But it is now no longer loyal to the Swamp Raider. It's going to eat him.
Yes!
That is Gwent's turn.
Alvina's just shouting, like, yelling very happily and just shouting positive reinforcement to the Hydra.
I'm going to move up over here.
Dude, a good boy.
Who's a good girl?
Inside.
I've named it already, by the way.
Oh, what's the name?
It's nothing too crazy. It is Susie. Susie the Swamp Hydra.
Take out
That's-
the raider.
13 for Zamir.
I would
Doesn't
go
help.
for Lou. Go for Loon. I'm okay.
Yeah, go for Lou, probably.
Okay, fair enough. Lou, you get 13.
Cheers.
Because
And
Lou's
if you're
up.
gonna attack, hit the Take out the raider. I'm going for something.
Okay. I'm going to try and sacred flame the raider again.
All right. Dex save for the raider. Let's see if he makes this one. A 12.
Finally!
A swamp raider actually fails its save, and that is
13.
8 radiant plus the bliss.
No.
Right? Well, I mean, he has 3 hit points left.
He's dead.
So it's going down. As the
Yay,
swamp
better.
raider falls, burned and radiated to the ground,
Can the Hydra...
slides off the back of the Hydra.
Can my Hydra catch it and eat it?
Yeah, sure, it has no loyalty anymore. This one does get deleted off the map because it's been eaten. It's gone now.
I'm giving everybody thumbs up, and I'm just moving slightly back. Go on.
So, Ramir, it is your turn then.
Okay, pulling my shield up. I'm gonna wrap it round the Hydra's neck as it was trying to try to control it. I'm basically trying to mount the Hydra.
I also tried to rodeo the Hydra.
Yeah, I'm gonna rodeo the Hydra, but using my shield as my method of wrangling.
You don't have actual reins.
No, I don't have any rope or anything.
All
that I
right.
can just-
As you give me a acrobatics check to first see if you can get on top of the Hydra with your shield.
Okay, acrobatics. Nope.
Oh, unfortunately, you attempt to get on the Hydra, but the Hydra just beats you down.
Bang! Just headbutts him.
It takes all of your acrobatics prowess and your shield to just stop the Hydra munching on you as you're warding off its teeth. Unfortunately, you are not able to get on top of the Hydra to dominate it. But that was a free action to try and get up onto him. You're going to have to kind of reorient yourself if you want to try again next round, as you don't have the position mobility to do it this round again. Would there anything else you'd like to do?
If that was this is free, I'm gonna action punch it in the face.
Bang!
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Bad Hydra.
500.
And now it can't. It can only hit me with everyone else. It's got disadvantage.
Including my Hydra.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 attacks with this.
Punch it again.
Yeah, if you have multi-attack, go for it.
Yeah!
Oh, nice. That's 12 thunder damage to the face as a shockwave ripples through its skin.
I'm basically saying, "Bad Hydra."
Bad! Bum! Go to sleep, 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 go to sleep!
Give me an intimidation check with that nat 20 as you pummel into it with your fists.
Okay, intimidation.
Rather than pummeling.
Yep.
Yes. Stand by whatever.
Oh.
No, this
Further
is just piss this
inspiration.
Hydra off. It is now aiming for you, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the D10 will help with that. I mean, it's a Hydra. It's bigger than you. It's going to take quite the DC. Lou, it is your turn. You've just got a little bit of extra healing now. And the Swamp Raiders have all been dealt with. It appears your party's not trying to wrangle some Hydra pets.
I mean, we might as well have something to help pull the airship if it's that busted.
You said you could fix it.
You had to get it out of the mountainside it's probably embedded in.
That was Bob talking there, not the character.
Between Alvina and a pair of Hydras, we can get that out.
Oh, let's see. Hang on a minute.
You can help with wrangling this damn thing.
What would you like to do, Lou?
Thinking maybe hexing it to make it a little less dangerous.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
already
wait,
it's already
no.
less dangerous to you guys.
Hex its strength, and then I'll get my one to just pin it. That's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, Hex's strength, and then I've got a better chance of controlling it.
Yeah, I've got my Hydra just pin. I don't think anything's gonna help you, right? Regularly this Hydra. I think someone else needs to try.
Not if we're wanting to keep it.
We rolled 2 4s on the 2 checks. That's just fate is not meant to be.
Wait, what? 226?
What?
Huh?
I don't see a 226 anywhere.
It came up custom roll 226.
Hilarious.
What the fuck
All right,
are you-
Louis, is that your turn?
Yeah.
That's fair enough, since you guys are effectively out of combat, so just trying to wrangle this guy. Alvina, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah, she's gonna try and direct the Hydra to my Hydra to pin the other Hydra, essentially.
Give me another flat strength animal handling with advantage and disadvantage, since it's trying to pin its ally.
Yeah.
I'll give that a contested charisma check. You have to be a 16 DC. Not bad, actually, this time.
I'm actually gonna use my what's it called? Help dice finally.
Drax's intellectual critique. Because he directs you on how to handle
Oh!
a Hydra. Oh!
Finally. Your advice was terrible, Drax.
Drax blames you for not adhering to it properly. You didn't apply it accurately. He helped a little bit, but you're just unteachable.
that would,
I mean,
that
it's like, have you ever dealt with a Hydra before?
it was like, okay, what you have to do, you have to hold it steady, make sure it knows you're the boss, and use your head. Make sure she went right, wham, and just headbutted it.
As the Hydra head turns it back to you, it seems to be growing a bit rebellious to your control, as it seems to have become hostile towards you again. It seems to have grown a bit of
'cause
anger
somebody
towards
hit
you
it
again.
twice.
Bad.
But that was your turn to try and that was your action to try and wrangle it into doing a pin. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Try to just regain control of the Hydra.
That's fair. Fuck you then, it's your turn.
Okay, fuck you seeing the rest of these
Events.
well, events, yeah.
Hydra breath check on the other one.
Oh
Ooh.
dear.
Ooh.
You can start to see acid foaming again on the Hydra that used its acid breath previously. It
Everyone,
looks like its stomach's refilled.
everyone, get out of the line of zombie.
He's well, yeah.
Fuck you takes a deep breath and goes underwater.
Possibly.
Nat 20's a stealth check.
I'll move to here.
No longer needs.
Oh, no.
No.
He has time to move back, hopefully.
So that's within range. Hopefully they've not got great wisdom. And gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the the unmanned Swamp Hydra.
The rogue swamp Hydra.
Rogue.
Wisdom.
Not Susie.
It's not terrible. It's a 10.
Ooh.
But
Never mind.
the Hydra critically fails.
I was laughing.
That's a weird. Can you imagine a snake laugh? Oh wait a minute. Have anyone seen that
Wait.
snake face? With
Does
like.
that require a language?
don't think so.
Intelligence score of 4 or less, it is ineffective. That's the only thing.
It might be too dumb.
Oh, unfortunately, it's got an intelligence of 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a big snake.
Yeah. And
Unfortunately, the Hydra has no actual intelligence, as it is unable to comprehend your words.
yeah. And Fucky's like,
It's fake laughter.
I can't. This doesn't apply to me because I can't read.
Is there anything else you'd like to go with your turn?
yeah. Then he's essentially gonna dive under the oil for for a round.
All right. Drax gives one of you a extra help,
I'll take it.
as he's become stubborn and determined to teach Alvina something. Alvina the Unteachable. It is now the Swamp Hydra's turn. The one with Alvina riding it has grown a rebellious spirit and is going to attempt to bite at you for a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
For 15 piercing damage as it bites into you.
It's fine. I take 8.
And then this Swamp Hydra is now got its breath back. Is gonna essentially remember what the previous rider was telling it to do, and it's gonna focus on its breath on Zormir here, as he is going to full force right in your face blast you with a line of acid. As I need Zormir to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's not awful.
16.
As
Not
that
too
succeeds,
bad.
however, because of its just the fact it is in your face,
It's point blank.
it takes everything you have to throw yourself out of danger, as you will take half damage for half of 52 for 26 acid damage as it brushes against your armor and clothing. That is the acid Hydra's turn as they begin fighting their respective individuals. Gwent, it is your turn. The Hydras are proving a bit more difficult to tame than you'd hoped.
Gwen's just having trouble. Like, why are
I'll
you
give
trying
the
to
Hydra a
tame
check at
them?
the turn. It does
Kill
not get
them.
its acid breath next turn.
Because they're adorable.
I'm going to give
No.
10 health to Zormir.
Okay.
There.
I was about to say,
A little bit something.
I'm starting to need
Just
it.
gonna pull my head out. Sacred Flame, pop my head back.
Alright, Sacred Flame on the Hydra.
Oh, 16 damage, but not bad if it hits.
Dex, it's got a +1. There's a chance. Let's find out. It fails. The Hydra is far too big. And that was
16 radiant.
Radiant. Okay, it takes it.
And then going to scoot back. Just give myself
Alright.
some, scaredy cat cover.
Zormir, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try this and get up it again.
Alright, you're trying to swing on top of it in order to dominate. Go ahead and give me that acrobatics check.
Okay.
Ah!
A 16 succeeds as you swing yourself up onto the Hydra's back.
This one.
You're able to use your action to attempt to rein control of it, if you like. Essentially getting your arm and your shield around, kind of clip onto its neck.
Yeah.
Go ahead and also give me a strength animal handling as you attempt to strong arm this creature into your subservience.
Mhm.
Subservience.
So
Subservience. Subservience.
Subservience.
another one onto this because my animal handling's +2, but my strength's +3.
Yep.
21.
22.
Nice.
22.
All right, as you force it into a submissive stance, as you dominate it a little bit. Oh, you're also attacking it. So this would be a hostile creature. I'm going to need you to roll that at disadvantage. So give me another one.
Okay.
This is the nat one now, isn't it?
Let's forget.
Ah.
You got a
17,
Is it
18.
18 's pretty
18.
good stuff.
No, that's fine. That still succeeds. Is the DC 15 for a tier 2 creature? Yeah. That's fine. That makes it. Even with the hostility and it being more rebellious against you than it would be against somebody that's not attacking, you manage to force it into a state of subservience. It will now listen to you for anything that doesn't contract its personality, like attacking one of its allies or anything.
Yeah.
In which case you'll need to make like another check to try and force it. But for now, it seems to be listening to you and letting you ride on its back.
Good.
But isn't completely under your control.
Mhm.
But that was your action to kind of get it into a state to listen to you. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I think I have control of the beast right now.
Glad to hear it.
Something that's getting.
And there's her teeth in her shoulder.
Lou, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I got this. Don't worry about it. It's just affectionate.
You can just make commentary at this point if you don't want to
Yeah.
be involved in these Hydras.
You can come around the corner and stick your thumbs up and
Well, I was going to move as far as I could, seeing
for it. You can dash
the
if you want.
Hydras are uncontrolled.
But if you're moving for your turn, let's go to Alvina. Let's see if Alvina can get back control of this Hydra. As you dash underneath the Hydra, and you're just, no, I'm out.
Yeah,
Good luck with this, guys. I'll be on the other side in case you need it.
Zigzagged under.
behave yourself.
Alright, it is hostile to you, but you have a advantage because of the reins and your rage. If you want to make another strength animal handling to get it into a state of lesser rebellions.
Then I am going to use the advice again and hopefully roll
Alright.
decently.
It's a DC 15, so you need a 5 or higher.
Can I destiny that first? Can I destiny that first roll? I want this Hydra.
And yeah, you have a destiny point. Go for it.
Is destiny for it? Do I roll the whole check again?
No, you get to roll a d20 and use that instead. It's essentially lucky.
Yeah.
As you call upon the powers of destiny
That
and
makes
state
it!
as a hero. As with the extra 2. That exactly makes it.
It's because it's not including my strength this time as well.
Oh yeah,
so
plus 5 as well.
It's a lot.
So you definitely make it, as you are able to rein this Hydra in. It got a spark of rebellion, but you squash that rebellion down as it starts to listen to you. We're going to come out of initiative here, just because there's, unless you guys are wanting the Hydra to do anything hostile.
No.
Or against their personalities, that is going to be us, as you manage to rein these Hydras in as they begin to listen to you, and will for now act as kind of mounts, basic giant lizard creatures that are going to do what you say, unless you attempt to make them do anything against their nature.
She's gonna grab.
Before we drop out of initiative, I would have banged as many health as I can into them before the minute ends.
Oh, I guess that's fine.
I could use a couple.
You guys calculate that. We're going to take a 5-second break there, and by that I mean a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I mean-
because I need to go refill water and everything.
I mean, fuck you's fine. He didn't take a hit again.
Oh, I'm talking about the idiots on top of the Hydras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Alvina has currently got the Hydra's head in both her hands. He's just staring in its eyes with a disapproving look.
The only time
Behave.
fuck you has been hit is while he's in a different form.
Yeah. Behave yourself, and you'll get treats, okay?
Are they eating the bodies of the things whilst?
If they will, then they will be. If they're not, Alvina is going to pull out some food that she's gotten from somewhere. I don't question where she gets food at this point. She's going to season it very nicely and feed it to the Hydra.
Let's feed it the tiki head. The weird thing was in a jar.
The troll
Oh
head.
yeah, the troll heads.
We can feed it troll heads. They might bite us, though, because they're alive.
Well,
I reckon there's maybe 7 lots I could pump in before it dropped.
Throw a
alright,
couple. I could use a couple, if you could throw some my way.
I'm at 40 out of 85.
Don't do that. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's volume.
Very well.
Volume really quite good for that. Then add an extra 5 to each one of those and split them up how you wish.
Okay. That is going to be me fully healed, essentially. From like a couple of those, so.
Right, which ones are you taking?
I'll take... Give me a second. So it was 13... I'll take the first 2 and I'm fully healed. Exactly fully healed from the first 2.
Okay, so
Nice.
Yeah. Very convenient, very efficient healing there. I approve.
alright, let's get the calculator out.
That's about 43 plus 5, 10,
48.
20.
Oh, if it's 5 each.
68.
Yeah, you should be fully healed as well.
Yeah.
And if fuck you needs a little bit at the end,
Oh no, fuck you didn't get hit.
No, it's if Lou needs some possibly if he gets back
yeah,
here.
but Lou's
Oh,
right
right.
away from the circle again.
Lou,
so
get back here.
dick shit all.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get healed there. But not too bad.
What is not too bad?
After going down.
I'm at,
37 out of 59.
Yeah, Lou has the advantage of not having a lot of health to begin with, so
Yeah.
he doesn't
Yeah.
take a lot of healing.
move forward and take. You can take the last one. Take that off. How much would I got that?
Well,
There was 68 healing, so fully heal yourself and whatever's left.
yeah, you don't need to move out the thing. Gwent can just
it.
with Yeah,
move
he
forward.
chooses who to give it to.
It's
Oh.
not. It's not the other heal, which is like it heals like outwards. Prayer healing is that the one?
Because I
Fair
only
enough,
needed, I only
Yeah.
need, what, 45?
Yeah. So there's 23 left for Lou.
All right,
Which is
cheers.
not bad.
Yeah. That's all of your health, I think. Actually,
Yes.
So you fully healed everyone just with
you've
one
got,
healing.
hilariously, you've got 1 health more than we needed, I believe. I genuinely think he healed it. He had 1 more left. Yeah, heal my Hydra 1 before I headbutted it into submission.
No.
Why?
No,
She's,
I will not heal your Hydra.
she's so cute though. Look at her.
Yeah, we don't want to heal the Hydras just in case they do
No.
rebel.
No, she's my Hydra.
As much as I'm,
Until you can prove you can take care of her, I'm not giving any healing.
Alvina is literally scratching it under the chin like a cat, right at the moment.
as much as I'm trying to tame this thing in, I am not entirely sure if it's gonna stay with us.
Alvina has 100% confidence that this one at least is staying with us.
Remember, you got to take it for nice long walks.
Yep,
Feed it, got to clean it.
yep.
I just know what Alvina was about to do, so I thought, "Yeah, there's another one. I might as well try and help."
I love the idea of what happened. Can you imagine being the Swamp Raider that Alvina dealt with?
Yeah.
6-foot elf girl sprints in, wide-eyed, grinning, just shouts mine, drop kicks him, cuts his arms off, jumps on the Hydra, wraps a chain around it, and rides it out.
Whereas all the other ones were just getting antimatter rifled to the face. Like, huh. That's why the one riding, I was like, yeah, he's just gonna grin at him because he saw how good the guns worked on the rest of them.
These things are
And
quite
then it
squishy.
jammed. And then it jammed.
Yeah,
and it's like,
jam.
Damn it!
Pretty much, yeah.
Like a boss.
Like a buzz. Pretty much.
If Alvina had shades.
She'll pull him out of somewhere. She's got rubber gloves.
Oh, yeah.
She'll find
Personalised
some.
ones at that.
Yeah, she has personalized rubber gloves. She can find shades, I'm sure. I've just realized how weird she looked with shades because she's got glowing eyes. So the shades would be on, but they'd just be green light, like, emanating from the side.
I mean, I suppose it would depend on the shade of the lenses as well.
I was thinking the proper, like, dark shades.
Yeah.
She looked like an Xbox mascot.
Alright, I am back.
Alvina's feeding the Hydra.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's okay
Swamp
with
Raiders on the menu.
The Swamp Raiders, if they'll eat them, if they won't eat them, she'll just pull out some, like, chicken or something that she's taken from somewhere.
I feel like monstrosities aren't too picky in this world. Anything that has meat, I think will do.
Yeah.
We'll
So
feed
you
this-
found your own pocket chicken.
Yeah, she has pocket chicken. She has pocket chicken.
so
It's
they
nice
won't-
little as well.
They won't eat the Swamp Raiders.
The Swamp Raider body starts disappearing from the map.
But they ain't no corn snack.
Actually,
Nom,
but
nom, nom.
speaking of which, I actually literally got my actual pet snake's food ordering today. Weird coincidence there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't Swamp Raiders as well, was it?
I mean, are mice swamp raiders?
Yeah.
I didn't ask for where the mice came from. I
Maybe
also
feral ones.
don't think they were feral. They might have had a tribe in their like little pen or wherever there was, but
Fuck you. Would you like a ride? Continue swimming
All
in oil.
aboard the swamp hydras.
Well, can't really get through this, so yeah.
I'll instruct it to drop its tail so it can pick up fuck you.
It does so. It follows basic commands that it can reasonably interpret. It's only got an int of 2. Can only do so much.
we need to
Can't
grow
understand so much.
when they grow more heads, they might gain more intelligence. Or they just argue with themselves.
Just an argument between which order to follow.
Maybe. Who knows how hydras work in this world?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give fuck you a lift.
Alvina's going to be happily crawling on the wall.
Got on the way up.
I'm going to be
With Susie. Can we change this Hydra's name to Susie so I know which one's mine?
moving away next to Lou. Like, no.
We're going to call this one Susie.
Yeah.
Currently got a
Gregor.
bond level of 1,
Yay!
meaning it's very likely to eat you still.
So be careful.
It's fine.
Now, what do you want to call the other one?
Gregor.
He is the mountain.
Yep.
So 2 G's. There you go. So you spell Gregor.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
Alright.
Yeah, you can spell it that way.
He will also have a bond level of 1, meaning he is just as likely to eat you as he is to help you.
Susie is full. Does she less likely to eat us because she's full?
She might just do it out of the taste.
A habit.
If either of you had one of the love potions,
What does she
that would
have?
have been perfect. So I love my Hydra.
I'm actually looking at what I've got in my inventory.
So fuck you's on this Hydra with me.
Apparently not.
There. Just right,
Just hanging on.
Ah!
Alright then. Yes, you can, as you're traveling through the rest of the Swamp Raiders territory, you are unaccosted, especially on your 2 giant gecko lizard-like hydras, as they are easily traversing through the swamp. This appears to be their natural habitat. As you eventually get to the end of the swamp, you can see out and you can see a massive, small range of these hill-like mountain.
A massive small range.
Massive.
Yeah.
small.
Massive small ray.
As it rises out in front of you, and you can see smoke rising just on the other end of it.
It's been real awkward if we've been following a volcano this entire time.
That would be. As I believe that essentially transitions the map over to. I need to rename this one. Here we go. And it places you down there at the bottom left.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, that is the bottom left.
Bottom
As
left.
you come out of this left passage, another passage running south, but the smoke that you're looking for is rising out of just slightly northeast of you.
Well,
Or is this because we've now had to go through the mines? We couldn't pass the mountains.
let us go under it.
Yep.
Let us go under the mines of Moria.
Well, I think we can go over it now with.
Yeah, we've got Hydras. Alvina's gonna get Susie to climb a wall so she can get a good vantage point for her 1 mile eyes to see everything she can.
Alright, let's have a look here. What would be the best area? As you rise up to one of the mountains just in front of you, let's just reveal like this segment here.
Yeah.
You get a rough idea of the terrain further ahead. So So I'll give you kind of all of this here.
Ooh, cactus.
It's a little bit difficult to see through the mountains themselves because they're all roughly the same level,
Yeah.
and they're kind of proving to be difficult to see through. Let's see, but this kind of mountain's kind of smaller, so I'll show it all the way up to here. As you can see past these smaller mountain ranges as you're looking over, but it's a little bit more difficult to see north of your mountains.
Do these look like houses?
No, they look like more scattered crates.
Right. And just
no.
just for clarification, more
You thought
dragon
exactly
eggs!
what I
More
thought.
dragon eggs add to the collection. What are
More-
these?
more loot.
So as you
It's
look
Gondor.
around, the white rocks appear to be much whiter compared to the mountain. They appear to be debris that has fallen around, scattered everywhere. It looks like giant chunks of stone that would have been used in building or something. They look mason built,
Okay.
or they look smooth. They rather than anything natural. So they look like chunks of some sort of debris. The actual, say, Grey Mountains appear to be a natural formation in this small area. The mountains are maybe like 1,000 feet tall. They'll take you some time to get up to, but they're quite small, more hill-like than actual mountains that you're used to.
Yeah.
There's a couple, obviously, bluffs and high rises here and there, and then you can see crates amongst the rubbles, these boxes that look to be scattered everywhere, these giant heapings where they've scattered down. But as you're kind of looking around here, you also see what looks to be two. Give me an insight check. See if you're able to get a rough idea of what these are.
Probably not, but I'll try. I'll take that.
As you're looking around, you see these two massive stacks of stone that look to be a bit more organized than you'd bet. And as you kind of focus your attention on them with your amazing sight, you realize they look to be almost stone watchtowers that have been attempted to be obscured, and they blend into the natural environment. You wouldn't recognize them unless you were kind of scouting around and actually knew what watchtowers look like. Animals would never notice them as anything unusual from the environment. But these south, let me just highlight them.
It's these two, right?
We go.
Yeah.
A
It's
little square here.
yeah.
There looks to be two stone watchtowers kind of built alongside these rocky outcroppings, these rocky high-rising bluffs that are very clearly man-made, but attempted to be obscured into the actual environment so that wildlife or anybody not familiar with the concept of watchtower wouldn't pick them up.
Yeah. It's
Sort of
probably.
like Mount Rushmore. It's built into the mountain.
I suppose, yeah, kind of. Like concealed watch posts, essentially.
Where the beacons are.
Yeah, or at least these two that are actually in your viewpoint from atop one of these small mountainous crags. You also see what appears to be a range of these strange cactus-like thin trees, probably the 5-6 foot tall, as well as strange, larger, thicker cactus-like entities moving in between it.
Ooh.
Just over here in this south
Moving
green patch.
cactus.
Do any of them have boxing gloves?
No, none of them have boxing gloves, from
Damn.
what you can tell.
Darn.
I get the reference.
That wasn't a
Thank
no.
you. Thank you.
It was a good reference. Even I got the reference.
Yay.
Apart from that, you can see one or two other just debris about here. So any of these strange rocks is just me throwing crap on the map to be a junkyard.
Gotcha.
Trust me, if they were those, we don't want to run into them.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not picking a fight with her either.
I mean, it seems likely that you will.
No, make friends. Add them to the collection. I've got a dragon egg. I've got a hydra.
Yeah, what more do you want?
More, everything. On an army of monsters.
Jamie, at least it's not a small turtle with a knife and a lantern.
Oh dear me.
And if anyone gets that reference, you know why.
There you go. That little red line that you can now see is part of the kind of area where the smoke whispers are kind of lingering in the air.
Gotcha.
They're no longer rising from the area, but that is where the smoke was rising from the previous day.
Okay. So,
In theory, you can make your way through here on Hydra if you really want to, but it'll take a long time and it'll take a couple checks even with the Hydras web-like ability to climb just because it's unstable terrain.
Yeah. Alvia's not gonna risk that, so she's gonna direct Susie back down to the ground and go, well, there's a couple of sets of supplies again. The weird white rocks appear to be made by someone. They, like, worked. But, I think the important bit, there's a couple of watch posts that probably have someone in them. They're quite well hidden. So... Oh, and there's some cactus people wandering around.
Do you think we could sneak past?
Probably not.
Not with the Hydra, it's definitely.
But what I did find is that there's a bunch of boxes. So...
Oh, God. What is it with you and loot and food?
I don't understand the question.
You just keep on looting things.
Yes?
I swear you're some kind of kleptomaniac or something.
No, I'm not. I just
Are you
like
sure?
things. Yes. If a
Glass.
kleptomaniacs will stop at things nailed down.
Oh my God.
I'll take the nails with it.
Free nails.
And I'll probably take the house with it.
I feel
Steal
like
this
we need
item, get free nails.
I think we need a new classification for you then.
She has a giant grin and starts trotting off.
Okay.
He says, enough, you rugs. They
Well-
tend to steal things all the time.
See? It's perfectly fine.
And the thing
It's
is,
useful for survival.
I kind of am usually the person who's called in to deal with the people who keep on taking things that aren't theirs.
Hey, they are mine. I've taken them.
That's not how things work.
Yes, it is. That's how they worked in the village.
Right.
Possession's 9/10 of law. They're in his possession, therefore they're his.
Yep. See, fuck you
Currently,
gets it.
nobody owns them.
Exactly.
Nobody's come to claim them.
If they want to dispute ownership, I will happily talk it through with them.
There's a bulging vein on Zormir's head, and he's just like, scratching his head, going, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Okay, let's go.
I'll,
Claim your prize. Let's watch for the towers. I mean,
of course.
Drax.
Yes.
Do you know anyone from around this area that we should be watching for? I don't.
Plenty. Is there anyone in Pacific you'd want to know about?
Oh, do you know who
What-
owns these towers?
Why'd you talk like that? I had a stroke.
What? No, this is just how I talk. It depends on the season.
It's Jack Malum again. It's Jack Malum's back.
Drax just talks however Drax feels like.
I mean, he's a giant tentacle monster. He's allowed to.
I gave him the tag mad scientist voice. What does that mean to me? Yes, Arcanite. Oh, yes, of course Drax has knowledge.
That's fine.
But what does Drax get out of it if I tell you?
You aren't surprised by the things coming to attack us?
No, Drax is never surprised. He flies away. But I have to tell you this. Dr. Zamir, we've talked about this. Knowledge is currency where I'm from. I can't just give it away. I'm not a charity organization.
Lou, pass him some of your knowledge. I mean,
He has a good point.
I mean, I think he's already tried to plunder most of my knowledge already.
Oh, yes. You're what we call a fool in the industry. You gave it all away for nothing.
I think you mean a John.
Is John a
I'm
fool?
not familiar with that concept.
A John, a Mark.
I know what a mark is. Tattoos are marks, right?
Yeah.
See?
But if you want Drax to answer, Drax must have currency in exchange. Knowledge. Give me something new.
I can tell you my ramen
Lose.
recipe.
Give me something valuable.
It is valuable.
Maybe to you, but I don't
It's an old family secret recipe.
It's not. I
Well,
made it up.
agree, but I convert psionic knowledge into food.
Ah, okay. Can you
It
make-
was pretty nice ramen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lou will at least offer Drax some of his knowledge.
Ooh, what kind of knowledge? Depending what you give me will depend on how much you can redeem.
This is where random backstory points come and he just turns on us again. I'm going to feel it.
I mean, if you want to only share it with him, I don't care.
I'm getting flashbacks to Grognar and the in hell.
Menagerie.
Grognar in hell with the angry Solar. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting flashbacks to at the moment.
I'll share the knowledge with all of you. I just need to be paid first. I don't care who pays me. Lou, was it? Do you give me permission to access your mind?
I do.
You do? Well, let's find out what juicy morsels you have in there. As you feel a little tapping at your psionic mind. A request to dive deeper into your memories. Do you accept?
I accept.
How did he rub his hands together without any hands? Alvina literally says that. You all heard that too, right?
Rubs his tentacles together.
Hello, Al.
As you feel Drax's mind shifting through your memories, Lou, you can feel it looking at everything and then stopping on the one entity that clouds your powers. He seems to be curious about this interpretation, this memories you have of a being that it knows but does not know in this iteration. Fascinating. And then it retrieves all of the knowledge from you, but you get the sense that he's not going to tell anyone else what he's learned from you. That, well, that he'll never tell anyone anything unless they pay for it. But your secrets
Gotta
are safe
respect
with
that.
Yes. Oh, a couple new morsels in there. Things that even Zormir didn't know. Oh, yes. Fascinating. I truly am starting to believe that Zormir isn't crazy.
I'm not
You really
convinced.
are from Alterra. But your memories may have been altered. I still need a way to verify these memories as true. But I'll give you credit on them regardless, in good faith, because I like this group. Yes, and I see lots of potential in Zormir to help me with my little project. Alright, you may have one question. What do you want to know?
Group huddle.
Well,
Or at least one topic. It doesn't have to be an actual question if that's what you're worried about. I'm not a genie. I'll give you knowledge on one topic
groups of
within
interest
reason.
Groups of interest in this area, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. Who builds?
Like, whose towers are they?
Yeah, but I say who builds watchtowers in this area? That's probably not a bad one.
Yeah, who's the master of this area, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that might be a
Possibly
good idea.
more like who or why would anybody need to build watchtowers in this area?
I mean, the need is just like to see
You know
intruders coming through or something like that.
You have stayed in a town, Lou, have you not?
Yeah, it's a valid point. You've been to a village.
You know how civilization works, yes.
I mean, I'm investigator.
Just
I
the
work
place
for-
seems kind of desolate.
To an extent, yes, but
My village used to have watchtowers all over the place.
one guards one's territories with means
And violence.
And usually violence, yes. I mean, it's human, Noid nature.
Humanoid nature.
And even great beasts and things have territories that they defend. I mean, Drax probably has his own place that he defends until he was captured by Cross and Bones.
No, I'm a wandering scholar.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Have you
I
seen
care
a...
only for my own mind.
Yeah, have you seen a dragon defend its treasure hoard? That's always a good bet.
And you want to have one of your own.
Well, yeah. I've seen a dragon defend its treasure hoard. That's why I want it.
So it can defend me.
So,
Also, they're just adorable.
we agree on whose territory this is, maybe?
Yeah, like controlling the major players in this area, I guess.
Yes, that sounds better.
Yes, okay. We'll go with that.
You're content with that, yes?
Yes.
Alright, very well. Let me, as he begins flying up, he pauses, hovers in the air a bit, kind of looking up at the areas where you've indicated that the towers are, clearly getting a good look at them. After a moment, he flies back down. Yes, clearly Noid design. If I had to take my best bet, I would say that, probably belong to whatever rebellion or scavengers control this area. You find them a little bit in every of the scrap yards, branches, offshoots of the Dark Phoenix Rebellion, annoying little thorn in the side of the empires and the republics. They take away runaway slaves and whatever is left of the fragments of Noid society. They generally don't have any useful information, so I haven't had need to interact with them. But they exist on the scraps and avoiding capture and enslavement by the empires. Yes, no doubt they would need the watchtowers to warn them of any patrols in the area. Yes, scrapyards makes it incredibly hard to actually capture them from what the reports I have seen. They are very proficient at tunneling and hideaways, and they seem to have a very strict compartmentalization to their organization and structure. There's a massive bounty on anyone who's able to find the location of the rebellion's main headquarters.
Fair enough.
So,
Yes. But like I said, they don't know much about artificery or arcanite, so they're kind of useless to me.
so potentially less hostile toward fellow Noids.
Maybe, but you are traveling with an aboleth and 2 hydras. There's only 3 types of Noids in this world. Rebellion, slaves, or traitors to Noid kind, from what they refer to them as.
So they're either
Spies.
gonna be fine with us or really hostile. I assume that they'd probably think that a spy wouldn't just randomly show up with 2 hydras and an aboleth, though.
Well, yes, but you don't exactly look like runaway slaves either.
I just think
No.
we're weird.
Gwen
Well-
looks very suspicious and moves further back in the group.
Yeah, Gwen actually is from here.
Yeah.
I suppose we can be the 4th party of the.
Weird, lost people.
Yes.
The
As-
Fellowship of the Lost People.
Yeah.
As we're going along, fuck you's essentially just going down, 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 and start singing all along the watchtower.
Yeah.
But I'd suggest we take no very hostile actions, no pointing guns.
Yeah. They'll...
You're the only one with a gun.
That's a fair point.
Yes, and I'm currently only using my shield.
I've got...
You didn't against those swamp raider things.
He's got a point.
Yes. Well, those swamp raiders have proven to be very hostile towards us at all times, so they aren't getting the pass.
I mean, we didn't even try diplomacy.
I did diplomacy with the previous group.
Yeah, you did with the ants.
Exactly.
You've got
Look,
to kind of do it every time, otherwise it's not diplomacy. It's just talking to somebody and then killing somebody.
I
yeah.
believe.
No, we didn't kill the ants. You may have destroyed their house a little bit.
I was an accident and I apologized and I
Yes.
accepted the apology.
I believe I saw something written on the bottom of your sword called diplomacy, but I don't think that was kind of the point.
No, the point is the sharp bit.
I know.
Are you doing anything or taking any precautions as you move past line of sight of this watchtower?
Alvina will literally dead-eye the watchtower, wave, and stare at it.
Alright, fair.
Just acknowledging.
This continues.
I thought she would have like looked at the watchtower and stuck the finger up at them.
No, she's nice.
We're just having the conversation.
Yeah, she literally will make it very clear that she just stares at the watchtower. If she can see someone looking out, she's gonna eye contact with them.
Give me a perception check. What's their passive stealth? They are trained in it.
I can pick out like even fine details. I basically got telescopic vision, so.
To be fair, they wouldn't expect to hide. So let's just see if there's anyone there this time of day. You aren't able to see any movement from this distance. Well, not even from this distance. You can still pass the distance.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking at it. You're not seeing anybody moving. If there are people there, they're kind of just standing there and kind of blending into the background.
Yeah,
They're sleeping.
yeah she is.
That's all watch people do.
Yeah, she's gonna just. They're sleeping with her eyes open. Yeah, she's just gonna wave just in case. Like there might be some like looking out of a tiny like window or something. There she goes.
As Zormir sees you waving, he just sort of looks back and waves as well. And who are we waving at?
Don't worry about it.
Whoever's watching.
Well, whatever. I mean, I really do want to get back to the airship so I can assess the damage.
Yeah, there should be one of those supply boxes I was talking about up here.
For God's sake.
Actually, like make Susie go a little bit faster. She's still.
And seeing the watchtower right up in front of us as well.
She does the same. Like stares up at it and making eye contact if you can see someone and waves.
I mean, how do we know that's not their supplies? And then
they'll come and complain.
Then they become hostile because we're trying to take it.
I mean, they'll probably at least start with those are ours.
Yeah. As you actually approach
so.
What appears to be just a pile of crates that have kind of lodged into these small mountains, you find
anyway, they could be our crates from when we crashed.
They also could be.
They do not look to be from your world.
Ah.
As Alvina kind of stares off in the distance at them, is able to see them in more detail, you actually notice that a number of them, or at least all the ones that you can see pointing towards you, are all being broken open and lie empty, just the scattered remains off the boxes. It looks like somebody's already salvaged everything here.
Ah, darn. They've already looted them.
Well, what did you expect? They are rebels. They're not going to have easy access to normal supplies.
It's fine. They might have left something. And if nothing else, the boxes might be useful.
Yeah,
as you're moving past this mountainside, you actually notice that there's a little valley that kind of turns into the area that you're wanting to go to. But there's also a small valley that continues north towards the watchtower. Would you like to go left or forward?
Can Alvina make out like if every single one of the crates is broken?
Give me a perception check.
Nope.
Pretty sure every box you see is broken open.
She's assuming, yeah, they're all done. Let's go the other way.
We'll turn off the other way.
They were quite thorough.
Yeah. I mean, she would be. She doesn't understand why someone wouldn't be. She'd loot everything.
Reveal. Hit a reveal button. Here we go. Alright. So, as you come into this small alcove of mountains and a little cliffside, you find that there are little scraps of wood and still some lingering smoking debris, but the main hull of your ship is not here.
Well, shit.
It very clearly crashed here, and there is dents and scorch marks and small remnants of your ship.
Oh,
no
sake.
ship itself.
Someone's nicked a boat.
No, it's probably
You said
further
there'd be a
north.
ship here.
Probably further north.
Alvina's gonna look at the ground and see where the drag marks are going, because she's assuming there is drag marks.
Give me a perception check.
Wouldn't this be...
I will assist.
Wouldn't this be survival? They're the same either way.
Survival to track it. It's perception to initially find the starting point.
They're the same either way, so that's fine. Oh, I guess.
was-
No.
Gwent will be staring at the ground. as well.
14.
As you look around, you can find a little bit of drag marks actually on the edge of this small 10-foot cliff or little shelf up to the next level here next to these broken remains. And it looks like the something heavy and massive has been dragged. You can see little lingering traces off the kind of underside paneling of your hull. But as it gets towards the mouth of this opening, the tracks suddenly stop. You do not see them continue onwards. And that goes for anyone else following up on this. It looks like they did something, or somehow this was moved, that it didn't drag anything along the ground.
They levitated it or something.
Somebody may have another airship and they lifted our ship.
Maybe, or they just levitated it.
But, you guys have a chance to potentially find things, so go ahead and give me investigation checks as you're looking for any remnants or any lingering trinkets from your ship.
Yeah. Let's go with this investigation check. There we go.
And anyone proficient in survival, also give me a survival check.
Hey, that I actually do have.
Nope.
Yes!
No, I've only got half.
We know what Alvina was doing.
Alright, anybody succeed on a 13 DC investigation?
Yep.
Is it just Lou and
Gwent got a 19.
Gwent finds something, they just have no idea what they find. Because it
I'll
doesn't
follow
belong to them. We'll give that to one of the other players. And Alvina finds some chip marks we'll get to in a second. Alright, let's start with Lou. As you were investigating the area, you find one trinket belonging to you that you left on the ship. What
Oh,
would you
great.
like it
I
to
was
be?
wondering where this went.
You don't have to decide now, you can push it off, but if you have something in mind that you want to essentially, you get one item that you can justify if being now on your person. Do you have anything in mind, or do you want to delay it till later?
I'll delay it till later.
That's fair. So yeah, give us thought. This is a great chance to add a little bit of backlore or anything else, or explore any aspects of your character's personality that you want through this item. But you get one lost item.
I'm annoyed I didn't get it. I know exactly what Alvina would want.
And Gwen also found an item, but it does not belong to Gwen, and Gwen has never seen it before because it belongs to somebody else in the party. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gwen, roll me a d4.
One.
All right, you find an item, unbeknownst to you, that belongs to Alvina.
Hey!
Alvina, what does Gwen find? Describe it to us if you have something in mind.
I'd say it'd be probably a very nice, very heavily used, evidently, crowbar.
Gwen, you are just staring at how big's the crowbar? Is it a normal size crowbar? Is it enlarged? Is it
It'd
anything
be
special about it?
it'd be big. It'd be like elven, like made elvenly. So it'd be similar style to my swords. So it's a very, very nice, surprisingly high detailed crowbar, essentially.
Right, as you're looking around, you find this a beautifully, intricately designed and molded crowbar that has quite a lot of wear and tear on it. You've kind of gone off into the corner and nobody else has noticed that you found this. What would you like to do with this item?
So it's a crowbar that more like a pinch bar.
Yeah.
It's a pinch bar.
I'm just going to go into the middle of the group. Look, I found something that belongs to the ship.
Hey,
It must have been part of the steering.
it's my
Or something like
crowbar!
Oh no, that's not a steering.
She's hugging
Then
it.
what is it?
It's my crowbar! Mum made it me.
Why did she engrave a crowbar?
It was a gift.
How rich were you?
I lived in a tree.
Then why did you need a crowbar?
You've known me for a day, and you're asking why I needed a crowbar.
If you live in a tree.
What does the elven script say? I'm betting something like,
For my dear little Hellraiser.
oh. I was
That checks
expecting something for the box opener or something.
Oh.
In case of emergency, use as weapon.
No, that's on the other.
Okay,
That's on the other side. That's also on the teapot.
On the teapot?
Yeah, this. And he just holds up a teapot as part of a cooking supply. It says, "In case of emergency, use as weapon" in Elvish.
It's the family crest.
Family motto.
In case of emergency, use as weapon.
Okay, here's your crowbar back then. I'll give it back to you.
Thank you. Oh, I've missed this.
Yes.
Yeah. Avina's family crowbar. I've literally put it down as.
Passive perception of.
My passive perception is 18 if it helps.
15.
Why would I ever need to know your passive perceptions?
I
Because
don't
there's
know,
a
man.
bundle of marauders that just appeared on the map.
What?
Yeah.
No, there aren't. What are you guys talking about?
I love one of the names, by the way.
Grumps.
Grumps.
No, that's not even the best one. Small Toe might be my favorite.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There's no marauders here yet.
No.
I mean, I know someone with a character called No Toes, so.
I know someone who was called
At least
Tommy
that
Ten
one's better
Toes.
than that one.
There was someone who, in a campaign I watched what's called Tommy Ten Toes, and part of it, in the campaign, he lost a foot. So he became Tommy Five
Toes?
Yeah, he became Tommy Five Toes.
But yes, as well as the survival check I also need to do before we move on to the next scene that I've already set up for.
Yeah.
There's no marauders yet. Calm down, relax. They'll announce their appearance in a moment.
We're just. I mean, we are still just having a conversation,
Yeah,
regardless.
But Alvina, as you were looking around and following, trying to using your natural survival to kind of get a good idea of which direction the ship would have gone or would make sense, you find what appears to be a couple chips or a couple scrapes along the top left opening north, as well as one or two to the other mountain north as well. That indicates something's kind of scraped along it. You can see little traces of your hull. It looks like that you were correct. It was levitating, or at least somehow not making a mark along the ground. But there are still traces where it's bumped in or scraped along the mountainside as they've moved the ship forward. But you come back to the party having this conversation with Gwen, having found your crowbar. And as you guys are all chatting, I'm just going to say you notice as they pop up, because they're not trying to get a surprise round or anything, so, and I don't want to roll perceptions or anything. You notice what appears to be lurking figures around this opening, as well as two figures coming out into full view on this raised 10-foot little shelf to the west here, of what appears to be a brunette, early 20s female moving forward in this half plate with a bow at her side, as well as a muscular Goliath with a long twirled mustache and a great axe kind of standing imposingly behind her as she calls out to all of you, raising her bow towards you.
That's far enough. I've got a dozen marauders surrounding this location. I
Yes?
suggest you surrender, because I'm pretty sure those hydras are not well trained enough to not turn on you.
Did you say a dozen?
And
I did,
get to say,
yes.
I
There's
agree
6.
with you.
I'm sorry, but we were just mainly looking for something that does belong to us. And,
Yeah, have you seen a boat?
I mean, we.
It may have been in a couple of bits.
It went that way, I
come
think.
On. No. Come on. It's gotta be better than that. I don't want to have to rebuild the whole damn ship, Lou.
Look, you'll rebuild it if
I
you
don't
have
want
to.
that either,
but it
bud.
went that way over that mountain, probably. There's a bit of a chip mark on the top of it. Have you seen it?
And who's asking?
Alvina, hi!
Do you?
Dr. Zarmir.
She's got just a big shit-eating grin on her face. I'm just completely honest.
Abigail gives a glance over to Drax. Who is your master?
Me? I'm my own master. No one's my master. She looks
We are-
very confused.
We are travelers.
We're
We
not
are-
from here.
We're not from around here. We do not hold to any master. I mean, I worked for a city.
Yes, none of us are from here. Yes.
My stomach's my master. Does that count?
Yes, that counts for you.
Okay.
She seems to be getting annoyed by your responses.
Your silver tongue won't work here, fiends. You travel with an aboleth. It's very clear you're in the
tongue's not
skies of
silver,
the Republic.
It's mostly black.
Yeah, she just sticks a tongue. Alvina sticks her tongue out, and starts poking it. It's not silver.
You mean Drax? We freed him. He was a prisoner.
Yeah, he's all right.
We do not hail from these lands. We do not work for anyone here. We are merely trying to recover our lost property and find that stupid fucking vampire so we can get back home.
Oh yeah, have you seen dorky little vampire about yay high? Really lame at everything he does. Probably
Dr.
blew
Zamir
himself up.
And Alvina, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Persuasion.
What?
Yeah.
I was right. Alvina, blank expression. It's like, no one can be this. No one. It's like she's too honest. She can't be telling the truth. It's impossible.
Alvina believes herself.
Yeah, but she is telling the truth.
The ship that crashed here was destroyed.
Oh,
There's nothing but ligaments left.
ligaments.
Just small straps. It
Oh,
was completely broken.
bugger.
Well, there you go, Doc.
You got a lot of work
Insight
ahead,
check.
Doc.
Yeah, go ahead, give me an insight check.
I'll also do an insight check, but this is gonna go horribly. Oh, that's not too bad actually.
Fair. What's a good...
To be honest, Alvina did see like parts of it had been carried off. So.
Dr. Zermir, she appears to be telling the truth as you listen to her. But Alvina and Lou, you both recognize there's a slight wobble to her voice, indicating that she might not be telling the whole truth, or she's definitely trying to manipulate the situation.
She's omitting things.
Oh, come on. You know it was put in at least somewhat of one piece. You know it went over that way. No chance in heck did it get fragmented that bad. It needed to be carried out of there.
Can I do something and say something just before you say that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because I want to go, oh, fucking shit. I have to make the whole damn ship again.
Nah. She's not telling the truth.
No, she's hiding something.
Come on, we
What?
just want to find our boat. Come on.
Wait, did you say you made the ship?
Yes,
Yeah, of course he did.
our friend did.
Look at him.
Drax, are you saying that these people are that bad they don't know even basic artificery?
I mean, I don't know how to make a boat.
they're quite bad. Most artificery is lost to anyone not inside the Republic.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I
No
had to
wonder.
access the deep core in order to get the archived files for it. Yes, it's practically forbidden knowledge.
I
Well, that and the lack of Arcanite makes it hard to test and practice on.
sideways, hold up my gun. So you can't even make basic guns? Well, I mean, this one's a bit more fancy, but...
It's also broken, isn't it?
Oh, that's because of fucking Junior.
I know, but it's still broken.
The voices change on Doctor's Army or so.
Yeah.
Weird.
You okay?
When he gets annoyed, his voice changes.
This is,
Yeah, he made it
this
himself.
is my angry voice.
If you need me, I'll be in the angry dome.
Oh. I mean, look at.
Yeah, big boat, this colour, about yayish big. Went that way.
Some damage to it.
Probably a lot of damage, possibly on fire.
Next, they're gonna be telling me they can't even make a basic homunculus.
I mean, I'd make a snowman, does that count?
No, because it doesn't move.
How do you
Do
know?
babies count as homunculus?
No, they're children. They're
Gremlins. They're considered gremlins.
Then no.
Watch Goblin.
Quite frankly, I'm amazed any of them even learn magic. They find it in the scraps and they teach themselves basic spells.
Ah. I know how
So
that
they
works.
So they can't even do this, and I point at one of the guys and go hello in their head with message.
You see them visually kind of freak out and retreat as they look over to Drax.
No,
You just hear their voice. Out of my head, you foul, silver-tongued fiend.
no, that was me. Do you not see this wire? Hello?
He looks back at as you kind of draw his attention back to you, kind of waving over at him. But that's impossible. You are in league with the Republic.
No, it's just basic magic.
Okay, quick
I mean,
question.
this is-
Who the hell are the Republic?
You
No.
think you believe me that you don't know who the Republic are?
Of course I know who
Yes.
the Republic are.
As you
Again,
say,
we're not
we're not
from
from
here.
here.
Not from round here.
Look me in the eye and call me a liar.
Go ahead and give me another persuasion check. See if this one is better. I really hope you nat one this just so I can call you a liar.
4.
It's better.
You're a liar!
You're not looking at my eyes. That's my feet. I know they look weird because they're glowing, but seriously.
My elven friend is very intimidating, and I know what she says is very unbelievable, but
I intimidated this
Yeah.
Hydra into working with us. It's great.
No, look at her. Look at her expression. Not a single out of doubt or fear. She's clearly a master liar.
Thank you. I'm not, though.
See, she just admitted it.
she,
Of course, a liar would say that, wouldn't they?
my friend, she is a barbarian elf from a land of lots of trees. She has, I will say, use the wire again, with the intelligence of a fish.
She literally just starts. She pulls out
No.
some food and just starts biting it. Like a chicken
I'm-
leg.
I'm saying it in that person's head, so Alvina doesn't hear.
Oh yeah, Alvina literally pulls out some like food and just starts eating it like mid conversation.
And with the stomach of
Cast iron
two,
furnace.
two people. Actually, no, she says the stomach of 10 people.
As you attempt to...
Who's going to join this
absolute
conversation?
You actually find yourself rebuffed from her mind as you attempt to... Actually, how are you doing this again? What ability?
Message. Just
Just a message
straight up.
spell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
the
It's not
basic
two-way. It's just send message
Oh,
in
no,
head.
That one doesn't cause any action. She hears your... I'm pretty sure it's a whisper or something in her head.
Yeah.
On her ears or something.
Basically, yeah.
Interesting. How do I know you're not in league with... This isn't some sort of plot by the Republic. One of you appears to be a master liar. You're in league with an Aboleth. You've got 2 Hydras under your control.
This one is Susie, and that one is...
Lies,
We
having
brute-
knowledge of ship creation and artificery. These are all signs of the Republic. All
Okay.
of them. Well, maybe not the Hydras, but the rest.
This one is...
Hydras are all, I'll give you that.
This one is Susie, and that one is... What did you name him again?
Gregor.
Gregor.
We brute forced our way into making these things believe us.
Yep, I used my head. She taps the size of her head.
We killed about 8 swamp raiders to get these hydras.
Yeah.
If you truly speak true, then you will be permissible to the test of truth.
Okay,
Does
what is
anyone-
it?
Does anyone know how to cast Zone of Truth? I'm
What-
looking at our group.
No.
No.
I just
No.
tell the truth.
Why would I
That's fine.
learn
We
that?
happen to have a very rare artifact from the lost days of legend.
Ooh.
Okay.
She pulls out a very common magic item.
Yep.
That appears to be an orb of the Zone of Truth spell.
Fair. Oh, I've seen one of those before. That's when I went into the grocery store.
Oh, yes. That would
She
work.
hands it to her massive barbarian friend. Or massive Goliath friend. Those aren't the same thing, Chris.
not necessarily. They are not mutually exclusive. Massive barbarian friend. She just hands it to Alvina, and Alvina has to.
He nods to her.
All right, Small Toe is coming down to test each of you.
I approve of that name.
I need you to willingly subject yourself to the magic of this orb.
Sure.
Yes, I know.
And
what
confirm out loud that you are not in league or have you ever been in league with an entity known as Elder Control.
I have not. Okay, I have not been, and will never have been, and have never heard of anything about control ever, including Elder ones or Elder
No,
Control.
you have to be in the orb first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that.
She.
It's Small Toe.
Yes, that's
Yes,
a
so.
basic orb of Zone of Truth.
Yeah, they have them
know
at the
what it
shops.
does.
As you see, Small Toe, or at least the entity she refers to as Small Toe, cautiously approaching, being very wary of these two giant hydras that you're just kind of got docile, just standing there.
Alvina would be stood upright, just like leaning.
Maybe,
Like,
maybe come off the hydras and come forward for this. I'm not getting near the hydras. Come here.
She's very friendly. She's just been fed, but sure. And she just backwards down in front of it.
If you insist.
All right, first, I need one of you to come forward. Place your hands on the Zone of Truth ball.
Alvina, you do it first.
She's just done it already. She didn't meet before you've even finished it. Put your hands on. Bam.
Do you accept the power of the Orb of Truth?
Yes.
As you are subjugated to a save that you can choose to fail or not.
I choose to fail.
Have you ever been in league? Are you currently, or have you ever been in league with the entity known as... Actually, they wouldn't refer to him as Elder. He has a different name in this world.
Younger.
Have you ever been... Are you currently in league, or have you ever been in league with the entity known as President Control?
No.
Alright, you're telling the truth. Please back away. And
Okay.
next individual.
Fuck you. You're the most hostile one here.
You're the most hostile. Fuck you. You're the most hostile.
Yeah.
Someone touch it.
It's nice.
Weird.
It's nice.
It's a-
It's like jelly.
Ah, I like jelly.
See?
Fuck you, will go up and bite it.
Don't bite the orb! I'll smack you, little one. Dear God, you're as bad as Big Toe.
Is that your brother or?
No.
How do you know Big Toe?
You don't worry about it. You'll meet him soon.
How
Have
do you know
you-
Big Toe?
Are you currently, little one, listen. Are you currently, or have you ever been...
Shut up! How do you know Big Toe?
What?
How do you know Big Toe?
But he saved my life, okay?
Really?
Yeah.
He died 3 years ago.
What? Big Toe's not dead. Watch your tongue, little one. You speak ill of Big Toe,
He's
and I will smush you!
Isn't he still holding the Zone of Truth orb though?
Yes.
So he knows he's telling the truth.
Huh?
This is blasphemy! I will squish you!
Please
Big
don't.
Toe died 3 years ago.
No, he
I
didn't!
killed him.
You may... What?
My friend, if a little confusing, we are from somewhere different. He may know someone else called Big Toe.
Probably.
Do not believe that is the same Big Toe we are referring to.
Describe
Moto
it.
is going to attempt to grapple fuck you. For a 15, if you'd like to attempt to duck. What? Roll a 5. But it's your choice.
Would that be athletics or acrobatics?
That would be
Either.
athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Probably acrobatics for you.
I assume acrobat.
Ah,
As he grabs you by the front of your lapels and drags you forwards. Is this true?
Yes!
Is this a different big toe you refer to?
But they're still green, 3 head!
As he just visually calms down a bit. Oh, okay, that's good. He places you down. That's not the big toe I refer to.
Well, he didn't have 3 heads. He had,
No,
he had
big toe's a little
hump that he
halfling
drew his
guy.
face on.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
He
do
didn't
you
have any
currently,
big
or have
nose.
you ever been in league with the entity known as President Control, alias Elder Control? The all-termed
that?
entity. He is the ruler of the Republic.
What's that?
What? Okay, go away.
We have already established we have no idea who the Republic
Okay,
is.
whatever. Just go away. Go.
Leave me alone,
Next.
small goblin.
Fucky's gonna kick him in the shins and run.
He's gonna hide behind. He's gonna hide behind Alvina, isn't he?
Yeah. He's gonna kick him in the shins, disengage, and run away.
Please do not squish your goblin friend.
Fuck yeah!
You just see the leader of this group just squeezing the bridge of her nose.
I know how you feel.
I look at her and go, yes, he is always like this. Have we convinced you yet that we're not in league with any presidents of anything?
And he's gonna start pointing his fire key at them like a gun.
How is Sonoff? Have you fed him recently? Alvina actually says that to you, by the way.
Fucky's gonna look at the key, shaking it.
You hungry?
Yes, fine. Small toe, come back. I don't think they're actually in league with the Republic. And if they are, they're the worst spies imaginable.
I got your back, Neil.
We send the 2 weirdest ones, and then
they just get exasperated and leave.
Luke, what was going through your mind at that point? Have you come up with any plan to get around this, or I want to know what was going through your mind while all this was happening?
Well, I did have a plan, but then you fucked it up.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Yeah, you would have had to resist the thing.
Yeah, you actually would have to resist.
Yes.
Admittedly, actually, since it's an item casting, they might not know that you're resisting.
If they're casting it, they have all the effects of the spell.
Ah, okay.
It can be a shit orb of truth if you didn't know the other person was under the effect.
I was wondering if it was, is the thing.
And, as you each accept the power, it lights up green.
Ah.
Is that sufficient proof?
I mean, it's hard to believe, but the ship was like nothing we've ever seen before.
I painted it.
Yes, he did indeed paint it.
I did the flag.
She's clearly a little bit anxious. She seems to be wrestling with something in her head as she's kind of muttering under her breath. She's kind of playing with her nails a bit.
Can I see if I can hear what she's muttering?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Does your vision also lead to your hearing, or are you just trying to catch it on the wind?
I'm trying to catch it on the wind. The sight is specifically sight, but Elvini
Not
is.
enough observation.
This will be a high DC, but go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'd try at least.
If anyone has observer feet,
Nope.
they can read lips.
Yeah, she does not.
Oh yeah, if anyone has observer feet,
Unfortunately not.
you gotta take that as a no.
All of my
Otherwise, I'm
feet
sure
are.
one of you have been like, oh, yes, my feet comes in useful. Let's do this.
All Alvina's feet are to make her actually work as a character. Her build doesn't work without 2 feet.
I mean, I could get within 30 feet of her and speak to her.
That's probably a bad idea. Not gonna lie. We just convinced them we're not in league with the Avaleth. Let's not
Let's
have
put
the.
the cultist front and centre.
Yeah.
As Abiel finally stops fiddling and eventually looks up at the party, you see that she seems to have, she kind of straightens her back and seems to have resolved or steeled her will as she walks over, hops down the 10-foot, kind of landing a little, and walks over to Dr. Zormir. As she's probably about maybe 4.5 foot tall, so I'm assuming a lot shorter than Dr. Zormir. How tall were you?
You're 5'10", weren't you?
Wait, let me check. I think I wrote it down. Description. I am 5'11".
That was damn close.
Yeah, you tower over her by like 2 heads. As you're staring down at these fierce steeled eyes, clearly there's a will to prove herself. As she looks up at you, can you build more of them? If you got you the resources, the ships, could you build more?
Possibly. Depends on what you have.
He can build anything.
Enough time I can make. I mean, I have some. I'm good with wood. I'm good with metal. I can tinker with things.
I'm good at assisting.
I know how to pick a lock.
No, you don't. We've already proved that you evidently don't.
I picked a lock before you ran into us.
Hey,
But then
you have done. I have seen you pick no locks successfully, so you don't know how to pick a lock. I am very good at picking locks with brute strength.
I mean, what Gwent is what I gave to Gwent. I got that before you got there.
Yeah, I don't believe you picked the lock. I think the door was open.
Zarmir is looking frustrated as hell with her and just like, I'm not going to speak to you right now.
I am ignoring you.
Well, yes, I can build quite a bit of things if you give me enough time and materials, yes. But
Fuck you, what is your passive perception?
Small toe trying to sneak up on you.
Sorry, they all cut out there for a second. What was your passive?
Who? Mine.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. It is 13.
13? Wow.
Damn.
It was
Literally the only time.
But don't you
Hell
worry,
yeah.
guys, because he's a halfling.
lucky.
Ooh.
26.
That would be funny. As a small, high-pitched voice sounds behind you, he appears to be holding one of your weapons. As you turn around and face him, what weapon is he holding?
Is it-
I'm holding my fire key.
Isn't fuck you on the Hydra?
No.
Oh, I thought you were.
Alvina.
Yeah, Alvina's on the Hydra.
Oh.
She.
What weapons do you have on your belt?
Weapon-wise, all I have is my rapier and a dagger.
As you look around, you suddenly feel this little point of a dagger into your back. And as you look down, it's your dagger, and you stare into the eyes of this grime-covered small halfling staring at you with these crazed, wide-open eyes.
You killed Big Toe, did you? Big Toe's gonna kill you. Fuck you!
And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at him.
Duck and roll! Duck and roll!
What am I making here?
Wisdom 16 save.
He doesn't have a wisdom yet, so ooh.
And he fails, and he takes... Not much, 2 points of psychic damage.
As you do so, he suddenly gets these hostile-looking eyes at you. As he's about to swing your dagger at you, suddenly he's lifted off the ground as Small Toe is standing behind you. Not now, Big Toe. I'm sorry for my friend here.
Is
He
he?
can be quite vicious and defensive at times.
Is he okay?
Oh, yes. He just has a mortality issue.
Oh, I thought he'd fallen down a hill. Why is he covered in dirt?
No, he just looks like that. He likes playing in the dirt.
Ah, okay.
This way, Big Toe, this way. Not now. Abigail will scold you.
And as he walks off, Funky's going to yell,
You're not Big Toe!
As Big Toe kind of squirms in Small Toe's hands, he turns towards you and places your dagger between his fingers as if flipping you the bird. And then pockets your dagger.
By the way, I think it should be noted
That's mine!
you've currently got him down as Small Toe and Small Toe. There's no big toe. There's just two small toes.
Small tofu.
There we go.
There we go. But while all this is going on over here, Abigail is still looking up at Dr. Zamir. Okay. And are you the leader of this group?
Yes.
Well, I did hire most of these people to help me.
No, I'm the leader.
We're more of a group of people, but he normally does the talking for us when I'm not.
That's fair. You lot don't know who the Republic are?
Nope.
You said
Not-
you're from somewhere else, but there's nowhere in the cosmos that's free from the Republic. Where do you come from that has never felt the tyranny of such oppression?
I come from... Give me a second, I need to find the... Where, did I actually write the name for my forest? I say whatever the fuck the name of my forest was. This village in this
Alterra.
forest, which probably isn't on this planet.
I don't think I wrote down either.
Yeah.
Let's choose
I
a
s-
place.
Yeah. I don't remember the continent, other countries, so...
I think I would
Can
have
you
said
put a
this.
map in?
I would have said the city I work for, and
Yes, fair. All names that she does not recognize
Yeah.
do not exist in this universe.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
it's a capital city of the, and say the continent, and see if there's a reaction to the continent at all.
There would not be.
Oh,
Not in this location. They don't have the history books for such a thing.
oh, this is really bad. This Alterra is really broken up.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the continents. So...
I wasn't expecting you to.
So that's not exactly a complete... Assuredly, it isn't this continent isn't here. It might be, but they don't know it is, which I think is fair.
Yes, I mean yes,
And
and
the aboleth that you're traveling with, can they be trusted? Aren't they in league with reflection?
What?
We haven't seen any mirrors.
Reflection?
We haven't seen them in any mirrors, but
No. I'm gonna have to explain far too much with you. Well, no, reflection is the Republic's outpost here in Salvos.
they say they're a wandering scholar.
You can never can trust an aboleth.
well,
He's been all right.
He's not harmed us thus far.
to
Normally,
be
I wouldn't do this, but
no offense,
something
Drax,
has to
but
change.
I mean you no offense, Drax. I don't entirely trust you too, but I am quite intrigued with what you're looking into. So yes.
No, that's fair. Wouldn't trust me. I'd sell you out for the right price in a heartbeat.
And I respect that.
Well,
Well,
I would if
these-
I had a heartbeat. In one of your heartbeats, I don't have a heartbeat.
Oh.
Well, it seems to be blatantly obvious, honest, and Drax, would you be opposed to holding the orb of truth to to say exactly that you are a scholar as well? I mean, it may dissuade their
Immediate
distrust.
immediate hostilities.
Yes, that.
Well, I would, but it wouldn't do any good.
Does it not work on you?
Oh, not an aboleth. No, we developed the technique eons ago to segregate our minds. I could simply create an artificial personality within my own mind that does believe the truth and have him take the test.
I mean, what can be
Jeff.
more honest than that?
Well, I at least
I
tried.
knew it. Our theories have suggested that. Anyway, I'm off topic. Can't believe I'm going to do this. I pray to the void that what I'm doing is correct. But I have to hope that you aren't actually spies. Because, well, you may just be our chance to turn this situation around.
We get that a
you're-
lot.
if you truly are able to make that ship, that could be. If you could make more, that would be massive. That would be a turning point. We could maybe rise from the darkness and.
Well, we do need more people who know the terrain a bit better than us. I mean, I don't even know where we are right now.
I've been
I
doing
can-
my best.
I can help you with that. We have basic maps back at camp,
Ooh, that'd be handy.
but the aboleth stays here, and probably the hydras for now.
No. He
You
hugs.
can return for them, but
Drax, can you look after the
Soon.
Hydras for now?
yes. But if you're not back in a week, I'm gonna get bored and wandered away.
That's fair enough. I don't think it'll be quite a week. Will it?
No,
Looking at
we're only a couple hours from camp.
Ah, so it's not in the watchtowers.
No, we have people watching those, but we have an actual camp. It's
Ah.
larger and covered from sight. The watchtowers are still too dangerous. They're still recognizable by the Republic.
Ah.
No. They fool the monarchy and the Empire, but the Republic has knowledge of our designs.
That's fair.
That explains why nobody waved back.
No, we only keep a skeleton crew there to alert us if there's any sightings of patrols. The various factions occasionally send people. They also tend to use this as a neutral ground for meetings and diplomacy.
Ah, that was what that thing was.
What? It doesn't matter. If I do this, do you promise that you aren't spies and aren't going to murder us all?
We're definitely not spies.
We're definitely not spies. We do not.
You're not promising the latter part. Doesn't make me any more confident.
Well, are you going
We
to try?
promise
Are
all
you
of the
go-
above
Are you
that we're
going?
not spies or murder you?
Are you going to try and kill us?
No, we.
Then we're not going to try and kill you.
Okay.
She has a giant grin on her face and absolute honest confidence.
Yes, she is very boasted with confidence. I agree.
still
if you
refuse
take
to believe
no
she isn't some sort of master liar.
I
also
believe the
refuse to believe
phrase is- I believe we mean if you do not act hostile towards us, we will not act hostile towards you.
Okay,
I
then.
mean, I can't.
And as long
say
as you
that-
don't try to eat
You-
my food.
Yes, that, and you don't irritate fuck you too much.
He might blow up. I'm not convinced he won't.
I can't guarantee.
Small Toe, keep an eye on Big Toe and keep him away from the visitors. Already on it.
Is he struggling like a little...
Big Toe never die. Big Toe's immortal.
I have seen many immortal big toes. Can confirm.
I swear our little goblin's immortal too.
He is. The only time I've ever seen him injured was when I kicked him into a wall.
You're quite the rough party.
Yes, we've had a very rough and tumble foray into this new place and new lands, but any ally we can make would help greatly and immensely, and I honestly and sincerely hope that we can gain your trust. And in
Well, about that, I did say we wouldn't hurt you, but I do have one request.
Yeah?
yeah,
We would prefer to blindfold and handcuff you when taking you back to camp.
Is the handcuffs really necessary?
Filthy perverts.
fuck you, it's not that kind of party.
No, they're just we would just bind your hands. It's just so that you wouldn't be able to use weapons conveniently.
I'm gonna be honest, they wouldn't help. But I can promise to close my eyes really tightly and put my hands over them. Would that count?
Well,
I'm not adverse to the blindfold.
Even if you are able to use them without it, you have to understand that I'm taking a massive risk here, taking you back to camp. We have families and children. If you did get out, hopefully they would slow you down. If I'm making a mistake, hopefully it would slow you down enough to save them.
I'm going to be honest with two things. One, it wouldn't. Two, I'm not going to do it anyway. Because I'm very nice.
I flick my a gun out of my holster, holding it by the barrel, and point it towards here. I will give you this. It magically reloads. If any of us do anything that you deem hostile, you can fire that at us. A show of trust.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Does this have advantage or disadvantage for handing someone a loaded gun?
You gotta make the check for loading someone a loaded
Is it
gun.
loaded though?
It's definitely loaded. It's auto-loading.
Persuasion.
Oof.
For all I know, there could be some sort of individual lock on this that wouldn't allow me to fire.
Oh, there isn't! And I take it off him and fire it.
Yeah.
Bang!
Jesus.
I guess go ahead and give me that persuasion again, effectively giving it advantage.
Okay. Even worse because you fired it.
No, this just proves that you're far too reckless.
I didn't fire it at anyone.
Look,
It's just a yelp.
Make
if
sure
you
the
want to see your
safety's
ship again,
on.
Then I'm going to have to insist now, very much insist now, on binding your arms.
Can I just hold them in front of my eyes like this?
Fine, but if you do try to murder us, we'll bind it up.
That's fine.
All the time whilst fuck you's bound, he's gonna be like just randomly biting at the air.
Okay.
If they actually try to bind Alvina successfully, she's going to try her very best to just break out of the binds immediately, just to prove a point.
You do so, like, first try, boom, out.
It's like, see, can you please just let me put my hands over my eyes? I don't like blindfolds. They make my vision weird, and I get motion sick, and I'll throw up.
Okay. As four of the Marauders all crowd around you.
Another 3 around fuck you.
You've got one, possibly. You've got one, just keep an eye on you. There's 3 around Alvina because she just... Were they metal supports, or were they, like, just cloth binding?
They would start out with cloth binding, and they can, like, attempt to use some of their metal, but their metal's much more valuable to them, because it's more rare.
Yeah.
But you could just break out of those as well. The strength is ridiculous.
21.
But do all of you, except to be blindfolded and attempt to be bound, or at least surrounded by Marauders.
At least surrounded.
One person who seems to be immune to binding.
Yes.
Oh, like I say, fuck you's gonna try and bite everyone.
Give me a d20 for a fate check. Let's see if you bump into anyone.
He's gonna bite Big Toe. He's gonna bite Big Toe on the leg or something.
You're nat 28, you can bite Big Toe.
Nat 1.
Zarmir.
That one! You call it! Who do you bite? You bite Alvina.
Bite one of your own allies.
Oh, bite Zormir. He's wearing plate mail. It'll be way funnier.
Zarmir's been the most cooperative of the bunch. Because he knows how this shit works.
So does Alvina. That's why she's acting like this.
Lou was
As
just
you're-
curious if we needed to have the bindings. The blindfolds he was fine with.
What was that, Neil?
I'm just saying Lou was just curious about whether they really needed the handcuffs if they were blindfolded. But it was fine.
They would insist on it, but you can give me a persuasion check if to try and see if you can talk your way out of it.
Lou's fine with it.
He is kind of scrawny as well.
Yeah, he's not strong.
Yeah, what's the binding going to do to him that he just like hold him would?
Got the circulation.
Yeah. It's because pins and needles in his hand collapses.
He's got a strength of 10.
My eldritch fingers will break.
After about 5 minutes of being blindfolded, fuck you's gonna fall asleep.
This guy-
Yeah, he.
like a wild animal. If you put something over his like head for a couple minutes, he will fall asleep.
It's like blinkers on a horse.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to
Yeah.
cast darkness on. Fuck you. That's how we can.
He just put a bag over his head.
Yeah.
As
It's like putting a hood on a hawk.
small toe holds big toe from one thing and then scoops you up with the other arm, keeping you as far apart as his arm's width will allow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally going to be walking, then all of a sudden he's just going to fall forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
We're going to
does.
see how much damage you take.
No, that's all flat on his face. If anything, he's got a bloody nose. Probably got a broken nose from doing this too often.
Valid. It's pre-broken. At some point, like in the... Can you say it was like an hour or so, right?
Yes, so you guys continue down. As you're passing through the entrance, Alvina, as you're keeping an ear out, you can hear Abigail talking to a deep dwarvish kind of low effort voice. She refers to him as grumps of, okay, you can keep the, you can stop the spell now. That'll do. Yeah, okay. That will let's get going then. Let's get this new find back to camp.
At some point, like about half an hour into the walk, Alvina's stomach will rumble and it sounds like a dragon.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Sorry, I haven't eaten in
Yes,
20 minutes.
We have back at camp if you need them.
Thank you.
But
We've been walking for 30. What have you eaten?
You saw me eating during the conversation. I like pulled out a pocket chicken. Or a pocket, like, lamb leg or something. I don't know, some animal piece.
Some food.
Some form of food that she just pulls out of, like, her bag and...
one hand over both her eyes, just eating a chicken leg.
But an hour into your journey, you eventually hear what sounds like rock on rock moving as Abigail brings the whole party expedition to a stop as you start to hear these rocks moving around you.
Ooh.
I'd like to be doing a sleight of hand check to undo the cuffs as we go. Because I kind of want to go.
Ooh.
I want to kind of just go to Alvina. See? Unlocked it.
It's not a lock, it's a piece of cloth, you idiot.
You undid a knot. Congratulations.
Congrats, you know how to tie your shoelaces.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Please, Nat 1.
Oh, it's fuck you. 17.
As you're able to slowly over the course of time just kind of push the knot back as you eventually undo the whole thing. Unbeknownst to anyone around you.
Also, if you go that far, Alvina, it's like, see, I can't do it or do it not. Alvina's not looking, she's got a hand over her eyes.
Put Alvina back here with their 4 Marauder patrol. But as the rocks begin to move apart, there's another 20 minutes of walking as you appear to be being turned and steered through, and you can feel there's less air here. It's much more still. The air is much more dusty. You can smell strange essence of moss on the air as you're walking through, and you kind of get this almost claustrophobic feeling around you as if you're moving through tunnels. You can hear the occasional drip of water. And it also seems to be a bit darker. Even through your blindfold, there's still a little bit of light coming through while you were out in the air with what passes as daylight in this area still overhead, even though you could see past it into the astral sea beyond the broken sea. But here, it's that much darker. You can see almost a little bit of green, purple passing through your blindfolds into your eyes. And after the 20-minute walk... Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, hearing the water... Fucky's gonna wake up with a start and go,
I need a pee!
Hold it, little one. We're almost there.
Now!
I'd drop him if I were you.
Alright, Abigail, I'll catch up in a moment. Are you sure? It's fine. I'll take Big Toe with me. At least one of us will come back alive.
I'm not-
how good this little one is.
I'm not sure who will come back alive from both of you.
All three will come back alive.
No, I'm expecting
Hey!
I'm expecting someone else just to show up, and none of them come back alive.
Behave yourself, fuck you.
Why?
Because there's food at the other end.
Okay.
As he takes you off, he undoes your hand bindings. Do you attempt to do anything while you relieve yourself?
No, he's literally gonna piss an exorbitant amount for his size.
His body weight in.
It just keeps going, like the Austin Powers scene.
You just hear a slight whisper behind you. Dear God, where do you keep it all?
Fuck you has an infinite bladder like Alvina has an infinite stomach.
And you just hear a disgruntled.
Yeah, Big Toe did that too.
Chat!
Pissing
It's a literal pissing contest. It's a literal pissing contest.
Just a second later, you hear the sound of water splashing against wall.
Have you ever heard that in D&D? A pissing competition.
Yes.
A literal pissing competition. Oh dear God. But going back to the other party that isn't having a pissing competition.
I'm just apologizing to Abigail's like, yeah, sorry about that. They're like that.
Oh dear, I really hope your group is worth it.
I mean, people keep telling us we are. I'm not sure I believe them, but
Yeah, neither am I at this point.
that's
I'll let my father decide that.
That's fair.
As 20 minutes later, you hear another scraping of rock moving against rock. As you start to hear the sound of what appears to be a village beyond, but you can't quite see. You just hear the whispers of words of people going about their lives, of a stream trickling down in the distance. All kind of wash over you as this rock wall moves away, or this rock against rock sound happens. And yeah,
I'm gonna ask the question. Are you using mold earth there?
what? Oh, for the rock doors? No, they're carved using pistons.
No,
Or they're carved out, and then we use mechanical pistons.
Ah,
so you do have some knowledge of.
tech.
We have rudimentary engineering, but we don't know anything about Magitech.
Well, this might make things a little easier.
We know the basics that have been handed down to us. So we have some crafts and trades we've created, and we have some scholars from Bastion in the village that are able to teach us a couple things. But I'll tell you more once you need to speak to the chief first.
Alvina's
Fine.
going to keep her nose out for food. She's going to really concentrate on trying to find food with her nose.
As you kind of move in, give me a perception check, because you might be able to smell something. This is quite an enclosed environment, and there are food pots around, so you probably could pick up on stuff.
11.
You get the faintest of hint of lingering old day spice from a couple days prior, still just kind of around this area. You aren't able to pinpoint a direction for anything more, and you're not able to kind of make out into the details of it, but you definitely get the sense that there's some form of spice in the air. But apart from that, you aren't able to tell enough.
Yeah, since when that happens, her stomach will rumble again. It's like, I can smell food, and it's making me hungrier.
Anyway, that's us here now. You can remove the blindfolds now we're past the tunnels. As each one by one, your blindfolds are removed. Yes, Ramir.
And Alvina puts her hand down.
I would have just took my blindfold off myself. Yes?
Careful if you lot. Yeah, you just hear Abigail kind of mumbling under her breath a little bit.
Let's face it, we could be worse.
After a few minutes, when fuck you and the rest of them show up, fuck you's gonna go.
He pissed on his own foot.
No, I didn't, you little shit. Get stabbed when you sleep.
He's used to that.
But as your blindfolds come off, you see into this large cavern that has a number of multi-tiered shelves kind of leveling up into 3 levels throughout, as well as this large pool or pond in the center of a stream trickling down. You can see tents and small, but clearly improvised structures built all around in this small village inside this cavern, as well as just boxes everywhere. It looks like they've taken a ton of the salvage boxes in, and you can see them repurposed for everything.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything of interest as artificer?
Can I make a perception check to see if I can see anybody, like, with a cooking pot?
Yeah, both give me a perception check. Would anyone else like to make a perception check to check stuff?
Yeah.
Alvina is gone! Alvina is wherever that cooking pot is.
Fuck you wants to just look for anything shiny. For 16.
You found something?
Where are we starting at? Zormir's 22, right?
Yeah, it is on me first.
So Zormir, as you enter, and you're gonna get a sweep around of the tiers. It's a little bit harder to see the back of the higher levels, but as you're looking around, everything there seems to be this odd mix of handmade and handcrafted structures and materials, but also a large number of repurposed or recycled or reused or salvage from a variety of different kind of aesthetics and technological points. There appears to be iron railings, but no other sign of ingots or nails or anything like that. At the far end, you can see almost a pulse of green that looks to be almost steel or some similar metal, some high level metallurgy. Metallurgy. As well as this pristine crystalline glass and strange liquids, but you're not seeing any trace of that anywhere else in the village. It's definitely a hodgepodge of technology. But there are a couple of strange items that, at a glance, appear technological in nature, but you'd have to spend time working on it, as it's definitely foreign or kind of alien-esque technology to your eyes. There's something obvious that you recognize.
Okay.
To Alvina, as you come in, this large segment here in the south with this large kind of circular town hall, or
this thing.
I forget what you call it.
Pavilion?
Yeah, pavilion here. This appears to be some sort of trading marketplace. There appears to be, you can see that large boxes have been scattered over to the east here. It looks like this is where they drag in the salvage. And you can actually see, I'm pretty sure that's where your ship's supposed to be. I'm trying to remember where the hell I put your ship. You can actually see, as well as a massive pile of salvage from around the area, your ship is sitting there in all its broken glory, as people are kind of going through things and appear to be kind of taking them out and going over to this marketplace where people seem to be bartering and trading, and you can smell the waft of strange indigenous foods coming from it. Strange mix of spices and smells and flavors that you've probably never even come across, given the strange ecology of this place.
Alvina has literally spotted someone who appears to be like possibly selling food or something, and has bolted.
If Zormir
Hot
sees
dog
him-
vendor.
Something like that, yeah.
As the rest of you just watch as Alvina and 4 marauders chasing after her charge towards the marketplace, causing a bit of a commotion from panicked citizens.
She'll literally like stand right next to the person and like have like a excited dog. Kind of
All the marauders are holding spears right against your throat, and you're just ignoring all of them.
Completely.
I think if I noticed my ship, I'd probably be dashing across to there, making sure no one takes anything else off it.
Yeah.
if I saw someone trying to tear a part off of it.
You could do so. One of the Marauders also gives chase to you as Abigail's.
Wait, no. We have to meet my father first.
Oh, they
God
can't
damn
take
it.
that off! They can't take that off there!
This last Marauder is just left here with the rest of you, as well as Grumps and eventually Big Toe and Small Toe and Fukyu once they arrive. Who else was looking for stuff? Fukyu, you were looking for stuff as you arrived, right?
He was looking for loot.
looking for shiny things, and then I'm gonna essentially try to hide and run and try to steal things.
Fair.
Hey, at least I wanted to go and buy food. I'm not the worst one.
As you look around, there isn't anything obviously shiny. It looks like metal is actually quite rare here. You can see these strange constructs, but you aren't able to see any shiny. Even as you kind of look over at the marketplace, they don't appear to be exchanging anything shiny. But you, with your perception, you're able to make out they do look at least to be coin-like shape. They just look to be incredibly kind of dented and old and incredibly aged coins. It's possible they are using some sort of coinage, but it's incredibly old coinage that has really lost its sheen. But as you're looking around, you don't see anything else that really catches your eye here. Everything is quite muted.
I still try stealth away.
I'm pretty sure 12 doesn't make it, as Small Toe immediately grabs you by the back of your neck. No, stay.
I started to fall asleep.
I don't want away.
I don't think many people can hold Alvina back. If they actually do, it's like someone grab me and Bulldog. He's just being dragged through the dirt behind her. And she just powers forward, not slowed in any way.
For the sake of wrapping up, because it's past 9 and we all have to finish this up, you guys have your own little shenanigans, and then, if allowing, you are brought to the chief, where he will have a map of the continent out as he's studying it, if you'd like to end on that.
Yeah, Alvina is perfectly willing. She will be coming back with a big bowl of food, though.
We'll pick up more shenanigans next week.
Yeah.
Zarmir was just trying to stop anyone taking off more important parts.
Yeah, you do so. Abigail tells you that she'll keep a guard here, a marauder here, to stop anyone. As you all enter into this large tent at the back of the camp, you notice a number of figures who I'll describe next week, because there's no point in doing it this week. But as well, for those who are interested, as you look down on this map, there's this massive map of the continent with... Just look over here. What appears to be the scrapyard that you've heard referred to as Titan's Guts, which is where you guys are at.
Titan's Guts. Oh, is that... I can't see.
Okay.
Here? Oh, that one! The other, literally the opposite of the one I was looking at. Cool.
There you go, put a little default picture of you guys here. But with that, guys, we're going to end this episode. And we'll pick up next week, actually, getting to meet the camp and the chief of this little outpost of the rebellion.
For the amount of time.
You guys can decide what you would like to do. If you'd like to join and help the rebellion, you can negotiate and leave with your ship. And go do your own adventures. You can do whatever you want. This is a sandbox adventure, and I will generate the plot of whoever you piss off first.
Big Toe.
Yeah, definitely Big Toe.
Big Toe is definitely.
We found the the arch enemy of Fuck You now.
Oh no, Fuck You doesn't even see him as an annoyance.
Yeah, Alvina sees you as the same person.
But yes, with that, thank you all for watching. This has been episode 7. The party has finally found their ship and have arrived. And
Closed.
we'll level up in the next 2 or 3 sessions. I want to do a couple milestone objectives to kind of round you up to 8. No, not
9.
9.
9.
9!
So I'll work on those over a little bit of like kind of things, little lore bits that justify you like learning your new power. And I'll discuss with Neil at some point what he's gonna hear next time he's asleep and what objective his patron will give him if he wants to level up to 9. Because he chose a warlock. And also, if you want to go to level 9 in warlock, you guys can multi-class if you'd like. I'll deal with all that later. Thank you all for watching. This has been this episode.
Thank you. This is a weird outro.
Yeah.
Well, we got half an hour. It's been a long week. I've
I get
I've
that.
run out of energy. I've done it.
I get that.
Bye from Alterra.
Bye.
Yay.
And on my end, thank you guys. That was awesome. That was hilarious, honestly. Successfully rodeoed a Hydra. Sod all of you in the other campaign who said I could never manage to rodeo a giant monster.
Whereas in your campaign for us,
I'll let you try.
We're making someone turn into a giant monster. Never mind rodeoing one.
But yes, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll be back on Monday. That's the next one, because there's no getting this week.
Yep.
So, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. If you keep living, keep it awesome. You guys have a Twitch. Good night!
Bye.
Yay.